Stay City Apart Hotels. Half apartment, half hotel. Warm beds, comfy sofas, and fully equipped kitchens. We offer guests more, so you can do more. Cook, sleep, work, play. Welcoming, accommodating, and big beds for jumping. Smart travellers choose Stay City because Stay City is the smart choice. Stay City, half apartment, half hotel, all across Europe. Save 10% every time you book at staycity.com.
We're delighted to extend the partnership with GAA Ireland. They're an organisation that serves communities all over Dublin and helps serve our club members around the county, and it's been a brilliant partnership for the last 3 years, and we're delighted to extend for a further 2 years.
Like us, Dublin GAA are embedded in their community, so it was a really natural fit. For us, it was important to find a partner that was inclusive, but also had that community identity, and that's exactly what we found in Dublin GAA. Since we started the partnership, they've been really easy to work with, and we're really excited to continue the journey together.
In those 3 years, we actually accomplished a lot with Dublin GAA. We were privileged to be able to work with both local and national charities with them, as well as working on several GAA initiatives.
This partnership allows us to support Club League and Championship and initiatives such as our Dubs TV live streaming platform. We try and stream as many games as possible, particularly during the Championship season where we can from a logistical point of view around grounds, and that is something we will continue to try and deliver over the coming years and keep enhancing Club Championship product and club leagues around the county across all 4 codes.
In the coming months, we're going to be continuing growing our services. And while we do that, that means that we'll be serving more GAA community clubs than ever before.
This year alone, we're going to be introducing the Development Fund for Accessibility as part of our partnership, which is going to see core infrastructure at Dublin GAA developed. In the summer, we're also introducing the Go Ahead Ireland Dublin LGFA Summer Skills Camps, which will be held in July and August.
As Dublin's best performing public bus operator, we're going to continue to work really hard on delivering for our customers and our communities.
We met down at Fairview, and Kieran's brother was a friend of my brother's. We met through them, so when I was coming up to the Debs, I invited Kieran to my Debs. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes, so long as our firstborn child played for Vincents. And he said, okay, grand. It's great to have our family involved as well. I suppose if the kids weren't as interested in it as we were, it'd be very tough on us.
Kieran's are playing Vincents. The tension in the house is gas. Mum is obviously Vincents and Dad is Kieran, so Mum always claims that she'll give John steak for dinner and she won't feed Kevin, but it's always a bit of a laugh, but I suppose no one takes it too seriously.
She had her hands full. She could have got the job as a bus driver. The amount of dropping off and picking up she did from matches around. Leaving some matches early to go to another match to make sure she got the end of that, or make sure we all got the same amount of attention. There was no favourites.
It means everything. I don't know what we do without it, to be fair. We eat, drink and sleep it.
It's always through the family like the rest of us. There's not enough supporting words, I'd say.
I know my whole life at this rate.
We're very proud parents. That's a huge achievement to have 100% of your family still playing. And we're proud of them all, every one of them.
My name is Niamh Heatherton.
My name is John Heatherton. I'm Kieran Heatherton.
I'm Patsy Heatherton, and as a family,
our roots are set in the GAA.
Ground Force probably is the absolute heart of this club, both in their ethos, the amount of work they do, and just the pure love they have for Naomh Marnoga and the GAA in general. In simplest terms, we probably couldn't function without Ground Force.
I suppose the GAA was always a bit more than hitting the ball or hitting the schlitter, you know, and it gave a great sense of community to people.
I suppose at my age, fear of retirement, worried about the unknown, what am I going into a home under my wife's feet all the time or something like that, and then we just got this men's initiative started off. We feel that we're giving something back to the club that gave so much to us. We come up here on a rotary basis and line pitches, cut grass. It kind of empowers us as well if we feel valued.
We're all friends, we're all retired, we're all around the same age group. Some of us have nothing outside of our work, and Ground Force has been a big change for everybody from a mental well-being point of view. It's really, really important and really significant, and there is great camaraderie amongst the group.
So I think there's about 30 odd men in this initiative that comes up to the club and has a chat. And the coffee is important as well. We sort out the world, Dad.
Yeah. Or well, most of it.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, just achievement and pride.
Welcome to Parnell Park for the second Go Ahead Ireland Dublin Senior 1 Championship semi-final of the day. It is St Vincents against the defending champions Fianna. Fianna looking to reach the final for the 4th season in a row. St Vincents haven't won one since 1993. They have been in finals since. They're looking to get back there. Joe Fortune, what are you expecting from this game?
A better game than the last one, really, Oisin, to be honest. You'd hope that Vincent's coming into it will have a better performance in them than what Lucan did have eventually. It's interesting on the team sheet. Rí McBride home from Australia. He's been out there for quite a while now, for nearly a year, and Mulcahy as well. That'll be a massive thing. The big thing for me is, can young Gilroy, Morehouse, Carl and Toomey, can they hold that full forward line of Na Fianna's? Because Na Fianna this year have been getting goals and they have leaders all over the field. Obviously getting their maiden victory last year was a huge one for them. But look, when you get to a semi-final, the huge thing is that you want to represent yourself and really go at the game and not have regrets going away, because I'd imagine the lads going back to Lucan this evening will have serious regrets. They just didn't perform, and you want to today, if you're a Vincent's management, Pat will have them ready for the fight and ready for the battle, and they need to be up for it, because this Na Fianna team are an excellent team.
Let's have a look at the teams as they have been named. There may be changes. We did check. We didn't get any confirmed, but that doesn't always mean there isn't changes. You've already referenced it. Ryan McBride is back and starts at number 11. John Heatherton, as always, the key man for St Vincent's at the back. Morehouse Carroll is one of the steadiest fullbacks in the county, isn't he? And Conor Burke ahead of him. Decent at all the nuts and bolts of being a number 6, but also very, very creative and can spark things for Vincent's.
Yeah, Connor's a huge player for Vincent's, and has been for Dublin this year as well. And young Morehouse Carl has been a really good player over the last kind of couple of seasons that we've been in and seen him here, and we'll get that opportunity in blue, I'd imagine, over the coming years too. But look, the full forward line could be potent as well. Derek, John, James Mulcahy, that's a really good full forward line club level. A lot of people won't give Vincent's a chance today, because everybody sees it as being the Fianna Crokes final, which would be a massive final. But look, Vincent's are here and here on merit. They were very good. A big factor for me, Oisin, and it's something that I hope people look at this year. Like, Vincent's have had a long break. That long break we saw with Lucan last year, it does nobody any favours. I'd imagine Pat has managed it well because of the experience of inter-county too, but that kind of 5-6 week break is a long time before you have a real match of any significance.
It certainly is. St Vincent's looking to reach the final for the first time since 2010. Is that the team to do it? We'll find out. Let's have a look at the Na Fianna starting 15 again, as it has been named. AJ Murphy, good at turning defenders. Donald Burke, well, we know what he's about. They were missing him last year, yet still won the county title. And Liam Rush can stop attacks and start attacks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Rushy has been super. I think he's been one of the reasons that they've got over the line and won their county title, because he's been super for them at 6 since he made the change from Pat's. A huge player for me, Brian Ryan, has been exemplary for them since he's transferred also. 2 massive players to bring into a club at that level. I'd imagine there's going to be changes in the way the format is there. Feeney obviously normally lines out at midfield, and I don't imagine we'll see Sean Curry at midfield, so maybe 1 or 2 will come in off the bench. But again, look at the full forward line: Colin Curry, AJ Murphy, and Gavin King has had a huge year for Na Fianna. Spent a bit of time away in Spain, I know, as well, but has been excellent for them this year. Joe Kavanagh has added, Kieran Stacey, a lot of pace, and look, Burkey, probably one of the best players in the country, never mind in Dublin when he's on form. Well, I'd say Na Fianna will probably hurt from a little bit, not hurt, but I'd say they weren't happy with their performance the last day to be caught at the edge. So, like, the reality now is, like, you have to go and you have to put Vincent's to the sword if you want to get back to a county final. And mouth-watering another county final if it's Kilmacud and Na Fianna again. But Vincent's will have a say. They're a proud club, proud people involved as well, and they won't lie down. And you just hope that they can, based on the first game, you can hope that they put in a performance that's I suppose, on the basis of getting to a semi-final. Like, you get to a semi-final, you want to do yourself justice.
And there is the list of subs. But here's the anthem. Is it to be a first final since 2010 for St Vincent's or a fourth final in a row for Fianna? We will find out today, because at this stage of the competition, extra time and penalties are used if required.
Interesting to see now where Hedgehoe starts here. Will he start at 14? You know, he's going to come out the field out to 11 on Rushy, which will, you know, Hedgehoe's been brilliant for Vincents this year. Really hope to go at this now as well, because, you know, two really proud clubs, and you hope that the Vincents lads really do themselves justice today.
Our referee, Damien Burnett. Fianna in the yellow and blue, the saffron and blue if you want to be a bit fancy about it, and St Vincent's in the mostly white with the blue stripe across the chest. At this stage of the competition, we get people jumping on the bandwagon who might not be overly familiar with Dublin club hurling, so these things have to be clarified. Paul O'D. Tracy. No real breeze to speak of. An overcast day, but not an overly cold day. Good conditions for hurling. The pitch in great order, in great nick. Here's Brian Ryan, the All-Ireland winner with Limerick, who lets one go. He knows it's not good, but it might work out. That's a penalty. There has to be a penalty. Play continues. The referee following it in. Play continuing still. The scramble continues, and I think Burnett, he had blown the whistle. With the noise and everything around, the players just played on. He'll have a word at the umpires.
But I don't think there's much thinking to be done on that now.
Yep. It is a penalty. I appreciate it's your job to call these things, but I think that one was so obvious I was okay and safe.
So, you know, there's a couple of lads now from Munster wouldn't have minded had tackling technique like that last night, to be honest. Probably had to do it as well in ways, but just surprised Damon. Maybe it's a whistle, I don't know, but I didn't hear it the first time.
So Donald Burke will strike it. Donald Burke, who won the penalty, will strike the penalty. Burke. Good save, Perry. Great save, and it's collected on the rebound by Dolan. Perry, who's having a fine season. Yep. Make sure it's a good start for St Vincent's. That kind of thing can give you a bit of a boost, a bit of prep, a bit of pep. Coming onto it now, Heatherton, but he's beaten to it. Ryan is all over him. Scramble for possession. This is going to be a battle. You can see that right from the off, can't you?
You can. And what a save, like onto the crossbar and out. So it's a big hit.
Big hit by Heatherton. Referee lets it go. Heatherton again goes to ground. It gets away from him. Lets that go as well. And it's kicked out over the line eventually by Liam Rush. Let's have another look at this fantastic save by Perry.
Unbelievable save, you know, over to his left-hand side. And I don't know, it's just the reaction after as well was super from Vincents. He'll go for this now.
He certainly will. Will he get it? That's the question. It's going to drop in around the square. And it falls for OT. Rush kept a calm head. Outside it goes to Donal Ryan. Donal Ryan farms it long, coming to meet it is Colin Curry. Curry takes it well, flips it outside, good take. What can they do with it? Surging up the park, Sean Curry. Curry will have a go, looking for the first score of the game, and not getting it.
Yeah, Curry will be disappointed with that now, just beyond the right hand side, but a lot of off the ball stuff here as well, a lot of strong getting to know each other.
Sean Mulcahy goes outside. Owen O'Neill.
Great ball.
Fantastic ball. Oh, and an even better catch. Trying to get away from the defender. Can he do it? It's James Mulcahy who gets the first score. James Mulcahy popped it over. Nothing much Conor McHugh could do to stop that. Mulcahy, good score. Vincents get the first point of the match.
Yeah, he'll make a difference for them today as well. And you see they've put Rian McBride in at 14. If that ball goes in there, like Rian can be really, really dangerous. And they're playing Hedgehoe at 11. Rushy just sitting in front of McBride there.
Tracy straight down the middle, almost fell into the hand of Sean Curry, getting it up as Gormley. Gormley left it behind, not his fault. There's a whole bunch of bodies there and they're all big and they're all strong. Vincent's looking to steal away with it. Here is Dolan. Dolan, who was sprightly when that ball rebounded off the post from the penalty. He got there first and made sure that Fianna got nothing out of that attack. Fianna on the look to defend, breaks kindly for Derek McBride. Derek McBride squeezes that one over.
That's a super score. Being back out to 10 here now as well, so on Derek inside. Like they're moving all the time, that Vincent's forward line, and that'll make them question, because Fianna will want Rushy to sit in behind the 6. Paul O'D taking up Rian McBride now.
Tracy looking for AJ Murphy, who always gets out in front, but Brian Morehouse Carroll defended that one really well. AJ hasn't given up on that one. Conor Burke goes to ground. Damien Burnett is letting this one flow, I think it's fair to say.
He is, and he's in around the middle there now as well. He's a bit away from it, but he's definitely allowing that physical contact.
Burke. Who's going to get to this one? It's well taken. Oh, that's a fantastic pass. Will he stick it over? Ryan McBride puts it over the crossbar. Ryan McBride, who's come from the land down under to put Vincents 3 points in front.
Yeah, huge score by Rian. But like again, simple ball to hand. The Fianna just a little bit off it here now at the minute, but credit to Vincents. And the easiest thing to do, this criticism like that we hear of teams. Like teams get to semi-finals, they deserve to be there. Yeah, they mightn't be as good as other teams. Crokes and the Fianna super squad, but Vincent's not giving it easy to him at the minute.
Another reminder, we haven't got to say this for a while because he hasn't played this season up until today. Spelt Rian, but he himself refers to himself as Ryan. And I asked the man himself about that.
Right, is that his brother now or Bulger?
No, yeah, hilarious, well done. Kavanagh couldn't keep it in play. Has he got the line ball? No, he hasn't.
Just notice as well, Oisin, when the difference from the last game, like Vincents really are going man on man, allowing that one extra sit off because Rushy's sitting as an extra man for the Fianna. But there's no room for anybody. Burkey's sitting off, and there's everybody else is man on man.
Big crowd on the stand, as you can see. What you can't see is under us. Huge crowd in the terrace as well.
Great to see, and it nearly is only at this stage that we get the crowds back. Imagine if you had this for your group game, or even bring it to 10 or whatever number they're going to bring it to. But the bye week for me is just that has to go. Great
Gavin
ball.
King.
Oh, what a score, Gavin!
That's a fantastic score. Let's have a look at it again.
Yeah, and it's just like an arrow, over the bar. Great. He's done it a couple of times this year. Really good sideline.
Perry picks out his man. His man is Tom Connolly. Connolly, a good man to pick out a pass. Oh, commentator's curse. OD couldn't quite soak it up. McHugh leaves it behind. Swept up by Liam Rush. That's what he does really well. He reads the breaks. Donal Ryan. OD.
Well done.
Good block down. If McBride has been away, it isn't showing. Surging through the middle is Sean Curry. Curry flips it out. Can he get it under control? Donal Burke.
He's back in form today.
Fantastic. First
score
of the game.
The last Oisin, he wasn't himself. Like they played him at 14, and he's gone back in at 14 now again. But he just wasn't himself. I didn't think the last day, but just wrists super. And you can't allow Na Fianna to do that. 2
in a row for Na Fianna. Running onto this one is Paul O'D. He's seen a lot of possession so far. O'D, the dual star. There won't be a dual county title for Na Fianna this year. Knocked out in the semi-finals of the football by Kilmacud Crokes last week. That's a good catch. Dolan. Crokes, who once again are in the senior football and senior hurling finals. That's a good pickpocketing by Brian Ryan. Na Fianna looking for 3 in a row and an equaliser. They don't find it.
No, wide, and a poor wide for a player of that ability as well. He just kind of stood, planted 2 feet, and just well wide on the right hand side. Na Fianna now smart again, breaking off that extra man. They want to play that ball in around their own 40, and they're creating that overlap man now again.
Perry intercepted by Liam Rush. Good little sweep to Feeney. Feeney's the player you like, isn't he? Here's Gavin King.
He works hard, yeah. This fella has done well this year, Gavin has.
Gavin King looking for his second score of the game. He's first from play, doesn't quite find it.
Well, Gavin played underage for Dublin as well, and did really well, and then just didn't push on to the next level. But he's had a really good club campaign this year.
O'Neill intercepted by Sean Curry. Has time and space. Curry winds up and goes for it. Curry gets it.
Yeah, Colin had made a great run through the centre and put his hands in the air and why didn't you give it to me? But that's why, great score by Sean.
3 in a row for Vincents. Has been followed by 3 in a row for Na Fianna. Perry picks out his man well. AJ Murphy trying to make it stick down there, trying to turn it over, but St. Vincent's keep cool heads. Here's Morehouse Carroll. Moved out to Andrew Gilroy. Is that a foul? Referee says play on. He's trying to win it back for his team there. Colin Curry just wouldn't quite fall from it. Is Vincent who have it. Outside it goes. Pulled on. Who's it going to fall to? Falls kindly for Joe Kavanagh. Sean Curry. Curry. Gavin King out in front, trying to get away from Morehouse. Carroll gets it away to Colin Curry. Colin Curry.
Oh, look at the far side here. Good score.
Colin Curry gets the score, but stealing in on the right, completely unmarked, was Kieran Stacey.
Yeah, and Fianna have been smart here now as well. Vincents wanted to go man on man, and they've just sucked it back to allow the puck out go short, and that means then that they want Vincents to hit it long and on top of kind of 4 or 5 back where Rushy is, so that's smart.
Easy to say from up here, but should he have passed it inside to Kieran Stacey? Colin Curry, it was a good point, don't get me wrong, but
probably. Did he see him though?
Yeah. In fairness, there was 2 or 3 Vincents players converging on him. Vincents trying to make it stick up front here, trying to win the breaks if they possibly can. We know they'll battle for everything. Pops out for Sean Curry. Looking for brother Colin. Colin got something on it, but just couldn't make it stick. Picking it up now is Donald Burke. Donald Burke runs out of pitch. It is the line ball to St. Vincent's.
Yeah, and look, like we're 10 minutes in now, a point in it to Fianna. Vincent's had a really, really good start, and Fianna have been smart in regards to just getting away so they don't have it man on man. They've just sucked them all back, and look at the space that's inside now for Gavin King. Like there's 40 yards of space with 1 defender.
Heatherton goes after this one. Heatherton bumped off it illegally, so free in. It's one of those odd occurrences that Vincent's have got 3 scores and he hasn't got one.
Yeah, he'll nail this one now.
He will, yeah.
You can see Vincent's already now just setting themselves up for the puck out, so they're gone really, really defensive. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 Fianna defenders with 3 Vincent's forwards up front. So they've gone really defensive here now for John's puck out.
Vincent's looking for their first score in 6 minutes. And getting it. That's casual from Tracy, nothing wrong with it. Sean Burke. Stacey bottled up but gets away from O'Neill. Good running by Stacey. Powerful surge. Colin Curry is out wide. Colin Curry might fancy another one from a tight angle. Colin Curry swats it over.
Score.
Excellent.
Great running by Stacey as well, Oisin. Really, really good running. Pops the ball out to Colin on the left hand side. Really, really good score. What surprised me about Vincent at the moment is that they're allowing that short puck out. If you allow that short puck out, similar to what Limerick do, Fianna keep building.
Connolly. It's 1-on-1 inside, but I wonder, does this have too much on it? It did actually have a little bit too much on it. It was easily batted down by Tracy to Rush. Out it comes to OD. Curry wants it and Curry gets it. He's going for it. That looks good. That looks very good. That's excellent from Sean Curry.
Score, yeah. Really, really good score. He's had a really big impact in around the middle. I question whether he would be in midfield, but he's doing really, really well. They're coming onto an awful lot of breaking ball.
Perry looking for Gormley and finding him.
Tackle.
Fantastic. Great work there by Joe Kavanagh. Heatherton.
What a cut.
Great diag. Goes over the head of James Mulcahy. Mulcahy up against McHugh. Has a man outside. That's risky enough. Heatherton does try and get there, but a great flick away by Sean Curry, and then it's collected. And OD gets it to AJ Murphy. AJ Murphy, a heavy touch unlike him, but he does recover really well. Oh, what a spin by AJ Murphy, trying to get away from Andrew Gilroy. Now it's Sean Curry. Curry had the option outside. Doesn't mind taking on defenders himself, even though that defender is Conor Burke. 2 queuing up for it there. They got it wrong. Gavin King was the intended target. Referee says play on.
Jesus.
Conor Burke. Good lob hand pass. Connolly runs onto it. Connolly lines it up. That hasn't got the legs.
Yeah, in fairness, Tom put the hand up straight away. He needed to nail that after some really, really, really aggressive tackling and play as well. He get a chance here now to make amends. Vincent's really up for it physically, really, really up for it. I'd love to see them getting Conor Burke on the ball a little bit more.
And we saw in the last game, Kilmacud Crokes made a fast start, and they were never reeled in again by Lucan, even though Lucan had a couple of goal chances either side of half time. Connolly.
Oh, that's a brilliant ball.
It's fantastic. Heatherton. The slip allows him some time and space,
Well done, Hedgehow. That was
And that's a
super
fantastic
ball by
score.
Tomo. Super ball, Oisín.
His second of the game.
Like, that's some vision, you know, and we're so critical. Well, people can be so critical sitting at home at times of forward play in Dublin, but like, that's really, really quality.
Sean Burke, Brian Ryan, Conor McHugh. McHugh finding his target. Donald Burke, does he find the target?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Savage. And there's something that Pat needs to look at. Now, you can't, if you're gonna stand up to Na Fianna, you have to make sure you press under 5, 6 and 7. You can't allow that out ball, and they're just allowing like a pop ball to Donald Burke, one of the best forwards in the country. It's going to be a score every time.
Gormley. 2-on-1. It's the one who wins it. Is it the one who scores?
Oh, brilliant.
That's
Score.
absolutely cracking. That's Derek McBride.
A lot of people forget Oisín as well. Like they're local enough rivals as well. Like a lot grown up against with each other. You know, Paul O'Dea and Ryan McBride were both on the same Dublin under 21 team as well. So they'd know each other well. And you know, Vincents are a proud group of people. They won't. I couldn't see them lying down. Whether they're going to be good enough or not, we'll see.
Donald Burke, I don't think he even got that one in hand. That would have been some score, but it went wide. In a hurling sense, at the top level in senior hurling, it's a relatively new rivalry in a sense that St Vincent's would have dominated in the past, whereas Na Fianna have been excellent in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but what people forget as well, Oisín, like you come in here, obviously you're commentating on a game where like you're giving Lucan and Vincent's Crokes and Na Fianna at the moment are a step above everybody else. That's fact. And the panels that they have seriously strong panels. But you'd love to see for Dublin hurling the likes of Vincent's, Lucan, breaking through. Will Ballyboden come back again? More maybe. The likes of Coola as well, who've been the benchmarks. Like the two teams at the moment, Na Fianna and Crokes are a mile ahead of everybody else. But do you want us to come in and say that at the start, or do you want us to kind of just try and commentate and give everybody the chance and opportunity?
O'Dea finds Rush. O'Dea is fouled. We've said this before. I think it's worth illustrating that Na Fianna got to the AIB Leinster Club final last year. O'Dea went off injured early enough in that game. He came into it injured. He was a huge loss in what was a very tight game.
Yeah, and the Kilkenny champions, you look at how close that game was last year. And in fairness to Na Fianna last year, they did everything without Donald Burke. It's not the Donald Burke show either. Like they're a great group of players, and the talent that they've coming through. They've won 5 minor titles in a row. This team had to come at some stage. Yeah. But the addition of Rush and Ryan have been colossal for them.
That's very true. Their opponents in that Leinster final last year, Loughlin Gales, won their semi-final against Bennett's Bridge today in Kilkenny. Colin Curry going long. Colin Curry missing. Not just by wide, much, but it was a miss.
Just wide.
In the second semi-final there today, Mullinavat are taking on Thomastown. Mullinavat last reached the final, I think, in 1943 or something like that. Colin Curry looking to intercept Dolan. It gets away from him. Colin Curry. Joe Kavanagh. Joe hears the call from AJ Murphy. AJ Murphy didn't catch it right. Good block down by Morehouse Carroll, but Burke tries to get in there. Burke has got in there. Burke pulls! And it was a good save. Gilroy. That just tells you how dangerous Donald Burke is. 3 Vincent's men around him, and yet still he got the shot away. Dolan, who's been lively so far. Good sweep pass. Conor Burke might take this one on, might go for it.
What a score, Burke.
And does get it. Fantastic.
Great score.
Well, they're trading blows at the moment. 7 points apiece. And we're into the 19th minute. Back to the keeper it goes from Peter Feeney. Tracy. Here's the call from McHugh. Steaming in on McHugh there is Ryan McBride. McBride won it back. Heatherton. A chip. Tracy's running back. Heatherton settles for the point, I think.
McBride went into the back there, and again, Damien let it off, let them at it, but you'd have to question. Hedgehow nearly did the near impossible there. But Vincents, look, all credit that they really are going at this, and I didn't expect anything else. And people who write them off, obviously again, Na Fianna,
a lot of that shown to Derek McBride. McBride could be in on goal here. McBride goes for it. McBride! Great save by Tracy. And scrambling after it and getting it under control is Sean Burke. Here's Ryan. Conor McHugh is down at the moment, so Na Fianna are effectively playing with 14. Conor McHugh now getting up, but gingerly so. Ball breaks, but who's it going to break to? Gets away from Curry. Here's McBride. Ryan McBride has a goal. Ryan McBride gets the score.
They're a bit off it, aren't they, Na Fianna? Small bit at the moment, just a little bit tentative and just kind of going through it. Brilliant when they want to be, but look at this, like, you know, Derek was on the way in, like, you know, and he hit it well enough, bounced it on the ground, but Tracy, what a save. Brilliant save. Tell you, in Dublin at the minute, like, you look at Gibbons in the last game, Dara Perry, apart from one poor puck out, has been excellent as well this year. There's a fair choice at goalkeeper there.
Vincent's defending it well. They almost give it away, but they get away with it. Conor Burke is moving it forward by any means necessary. Burke. Batted down by Burke, Sean Burke that is. Picked up by Brian Ryan. Brian Ryan eyes up the post. Brian Ryan gets a good score.
Good score, a really good score. Brings it back to a 1 point game. Damien's letting a lot go there. No, he really is letting a lot go. He just wants to make sure that he keeps a handle on it too, because like you love to see it, but you can see some of the players getting a little bit frustrated that they're not getting the bigger calls.
5 minutes between Na Fianna's last two scores. In that time, St Vincent's have scored 4 points, and that is what has them one in front. They're looking for more here, but they'll have to wait.
That's
Brian Ryan.
Ball.
He'll have to run after it, and he'll have to try and get away from Ryan McBride, which is not easy to do. Gets it inside. O'Day. Gavin King is the intended target. AJ Murphy running across as well. AJ tries to keep it alive and can't.
AJ frustrated now. You can see him shouting in as well. Like, you know, give the ball in faster and more direct.
Perry goes quickly, but the referee stops it up. Now, was something spotted by one of his team off the ball, as in one of the officiating team?
His hand up.
I think Conor McHugh might have to go off as a blood sub. That's what's happening. Well, that's the first stoppage we've had since the start of the game that I can remember. It's time to draw a breath. Coming in to replace him, by the way, is Fergal Bernock.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be hoping to be the free taker to hit 12 or 15 points here today, for frees, but you know, it's real physical, it's real aggressive, and both teams not bound down to each other, which is great to see as well, and some really good performances so far. The two McBrides have been excellent for Vincents, and defensively as well. Do you know, the question was, will the three boys inside be able? Berkey got a couple of really nice scores, but other than that, AJ has been quiet. I think Vincents, if they're to win this, need to get Conor Burke on more ball. McHugh looks in trouble there, doesn't he?
Judging by the applause that we're hearing from the Na Fianna fans, I don't think he's coming back in. That's not applause you give someone who's going to be back in the game in a few minutes' time. Here's O'D. Ryan picks his man. His man is Kieran Stacey. Stacey loses it, regathers it under pressure from O'Neill.
That's a great tackle.
O'Neill did brilliantly.
Yep. We saw the vision of Otama the last time when Hedgehoe kind of made that diagonal run, and you can see Hedgehoe already just sitting out in the square. See, will Tomo try and do it again?
Connolly.
He does.
Heatherton. Well marked by Burke. Liam Rush. Sean Curry.
It's this little platform here, Rushing, that they're really good at, just working the ball.
Sean Curry with the diag. 3 players in there battling for Na Fianna. Gavin King tries to make it his. AJ Murphy goes after the loose one. AJ Murphy gets it out to Colin Curry. Colin Curry will have a go. Colin Curry does get the score, and we're all level again.
A great ball over to Colin. Colin's been really efficient today with his shooting as well. Really, really good forward, really good player. And it's very rare that you see him put the ball wide.
2 points in a row has Na Fianna back on level terms, but Dolan has played well today, and he's got another possession. Tom Connolly, not a particularly great pass, but Connolly did really well. Connolly still going with half of Na Fianna hanging off him. Connolly tried to sweep it back. Was that a foul on Peter Feeney? Referee says yes. Let's have a look at the replay. He's having a word with Derek McBride.
That's a big hit, Hushin.
Yellow. Well, given how Burnett has let this one flow, you'd want to do something fairly wild to get a red.
You need, absolutely, 100%. But just need to make sure as well that players are protected. That's a really big hit. If you can see it again, like it's one of those ones that can be seen as being quite dangerous at times. But hopefully, Finney's okay.
Well, the main thing is player safety, and that Feeney is okay. Hopefully he will be. Hopefully for him he'll be able to play on.
McHugh will be a big loss for Nafeen as well in there. Like, he's a real stickler. He's somebody who they would see as the man marker inside. Like, and he's very good at it. And he's had a busy couple of weeks with the football as well. So you hope that if they were to get through today, you hope that he's going to be okay for the final as well. But Vincents are going to have a lot to say in this today. What they just need to make sure that no silly frees, and if they can push more on the 5, 6 and 7 to stop that platform, they're going to give themselves every single chance.
Well, I'm sure if you told someone from Vincents in 1993, when they last won a senior hurling title, that the wait until the next one would be at the very least 31 years, they quite simply wouldn't have believed you. I'm not sure anyone in Dublin or around the country would have believed you, but that is how long that the wait has gone on.
Yeah, and similar to Lucan, they've been getting to so many semi-finals, quarter-finals, semi-finals, and just haven't got over the line. And like I said earlier on, Lucan were very disappointing in the first game. They'll know that themselves. I don't need me to tell them that. And that's the thing. Like, you're giving everybody every chance and opportunity to go at this, and you want to see a change in the guard. It's better for Dublin hurling the more teams we see at that level. But Nafina and Crokes have shown at the moment that they're a little bit ahead of everybody else.
Tracy goes long. That's well caught, safely caught. Connor Burke. Oh, that was risky. AJ Murphy has got it. It flies up in the air. I'd have to see it again to see who actually got the final shot away there, but either way it's wide.
Yeah, but again, he won't be happy with that himself. That's a little bit,
It's a bit Harlem Globetrotters for hurling, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, I'm sure that'll be a clip that he'll see.
He's a talented player. He's more than capable of getting scores like that, but sometimes you do need to just make sure. Here's Heatherton. Ball goes loose, comes to Ryan. Curry was calling for it. It will go towards Burnock anyway, but it's Joe Kavanagh who collects it. However, he's dispossessed. That was really good work by Mark Sweeney. Here's Connolly. Connolly hits the woodwork and goes wide. He was desperately unlucky.
I don't know. Vincent's lad's not happy there. They felt that they had a free with
Burnock.
See, they're allowing this platform, and that's the danger.
Rush goes short. O'D
need to swap him up there now.
Got himself out of trouble brilliantly there. Here's Brian Ryan.
Good score, Brian.
Really good score by Brian Ryan.
Just settles them back down again, because they're not themselves today, because they're not being let be themselves. But Vincent's needed that last free, which looked like one.
3 points in a row for Nafina. Ooh. 2 of them coming from Brian Ryan. Vincent's look to respond. Mulcahy, McBride, I beg your pardon. Connolly.
Yeah.
Excellent from Connolly.
Score, Tomo. Really good score. And again, just looking at McBride there as well, he just planted the 2 feet. Was he better inside, Oisin? Maybe he was. He was really good inside the ball that was going into him, and he was causing problems. It's just here, you need him to swamp here to stop that ball out if you want to make sure the platform is not there for him, because they're really good at this game.
Donald Ryan gets bottled up.
Tackle.
Keeps his head though. Rush. Looks for Gavin King. And finds Gavin King, who's trying to get away from Gilroy. Donald Burke, always a good option.
Wide.
Just couldn't quite get it between the pipes.
Just need a little bit more now from Heatherton here now as well. A little bit more just on puckouts. Apologies, doing a good job here. It's kind of keeping them quiet, but they need Hedgehoe more in the game, and you know where I love to see him, just to get that goal kind of opportunity.
Morehouse Carroll. Dolan. AJ Murphy chasing him down. Dolan gets the pass away, much to his credit. Vincent's going long, going direct. There's no one there. I'm not sure this one has the it does.
What a score.
I stand corrected, and a big swing of the fist there by Derek McBride.
he's a fine player, Oisin. You know, whether he's out in the 40 or inside, he's doing really, really well there today.
Derek McBride with one of the scores of the game so far.
Another change here for Fianna.
Coming in for Fianna is Jack Marr, and he's replacing, I think it might be Peter Feeney, who took that knock a few minutes ago, so that's probably an injury thing rather than a form thing.
It was a big, like that was the worry when it happened. It looked like a really, really big hit, and up around the head, kind of shoulder area as well.
Sean Burke looking for Colin Curry. And Fianna get the line ball.
We've said it all year about the Vincents defence. Like, they're really good. Like, they're really strong. They're obviously the work that Pat has been doing with them as well in regards to no goals, because this Fianna team can score goals. But so far, that brilliant save from Dara Perry on the penalty, there hasn't been any other real chances for them.
Gavin King. It's got the height, the elevation, but not the accuracy.
Yeah, he got a brilliant one earlier on, like a really good score, but you want him kind of hitting it around that square as well to, you know, otherwise it looks, that second one. We haven't really seen AJ yet much, like, you know, he's been working hard in there, but Morehouse Carr, like you said, he's a really tight, tenacious defender. He's doing a great job inside.
Perry just went long, but it's broken kindly for Marr. Finds O'D, who's tripped up, and it's a free out. Although with Tracy on the park and Donald Ryan there as well, that's a free in, if that makes sense.
You can see them wanting to hit a quick look. He did go and hit it. No, but he did go and hit it.
Yeah.
He did try and hit it.
A confusion reigns here at the moment. Ryan went to take the free. I think he thinks he was fouled while striking because the Vincents players didn't back off enough. Now it will be another free. And it will be Colin Curry this time. Yeah, even if he didn't catch it, the Vincents players weren't back far enough, so. Colin Curry. Wide.
A lot of off the ball stuff as well for people that are not at home. Like, there's a lot of serious hits being put in as well, which is like real in your face stuff. I just hope Damien keeps that an eye as well, just on the left hand side.
That's half time.
Big half
11-10 Vincent's lead at the break. Joe, what have you made of it?
I'm enjoying it, Oisin. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm enjoying it. Like, I haven't. It's been a while. The last game you just couldn't enjoy, and you see Vincent's annoyed there as well because of that last one maybe. But look, Vincent's are up first. They're well up for it. Fianna are a little bit off. They don't look their usual self. Are they being allowed to? The Vincent's backline are doing really, really well. The two McBrides are excellent up front. Mulcahy, in fairness, has got a couple of good scores. It's all to play for now, and I asked the question again, if you really, really want it, and who better going into that dressing room than Pat Gilroy to say to them, look, you've 30 minutes now to get to a county final, and he's the first person to acknowledge the referee on the way off as well, to have a little word in the ear too. But look, it's all there for them. Having Fianna got it now to go at it again, to really want to get back to a county final. We'll see now in the next 30 minutes.
Kilmacud Crokes are already in the final. Who'll be meeting them there? Will it be Fianna or St Vincent's? We will find out today, because this one has to end today. At the break, it's Vincent's who lead by 1 point, 11-10. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
Stay City Apart Hotels. Half apartment, half hotel. Warm beds, comfy sofas, and fully equipped kitchens. We offer guests more, so you can do more. Cook, sleep, work, play. Welcoming, accommodating, and big beds for jumping. Smart travelers choose Stay City because Stay City is the smart choice. Stay City, half apartment, half hotel, all across Europe. Save 10% every time you book at staycity.com.
We're delighted to extend the partnership with Go Ahead Ireland. They're an organisation that serves communities all over Dublin and helps serve our club members around the county, and it's been a brilliant partnership for the last 3 years, and we're delighted to extend for a further 2 years.
Like us, Dublin GAA are embedded in their community, so it was a really natural fit. For us, it was important to find a partner that was inclusive, but also had that community identity, and that's exactly what we found in Dublin GAA. Since we started the partnership, they've been really easy to work with, and we're really excited to continue the journey together.
In those 3 years, we actually accomplished a lot with Dublin GAA. We were privileged to be able to work with both local and national charities with them, as well as working on several GAA initiatives.
This partnership allows us to support Club League and Championship and initiatives such as our Dubs TV live streaming platform. We try and stream as many games as possible, particularly during the championship season where we can from a logistical point of view around grounds, and that is something we will continue to try and deliver over the coming years and keep enhancing club championship product and club leagues around the county across all 4 codes.
In the coming months, we're going to be continuing growing our services. And while we do that, that means that we'll be serving more GAA community clubs than ever before.
This year alone, we're going to be introducing the Development Fund for Accessibility as part of our partnership, which is going to see core infrastructure at Dublin GAA developed. In the summer, we're also introducing the Go Ahead Hurling Dublin LGFA Summer Skills Camps, which will be held in July and August.
As Dublin's best performing public bus operator, we're going to continue to work really hard on delivering for our customers and our communities.
One of my favourite places to grab a coffee in Dublin is Bua. It's one of these kind of COVID coffee trucks that popped up, and it's kind of developed into this bit of a social hub. I'll always find myself being drawn back to social fabric. It's just a beautiful place to go. They always have consistently good food there. Bar 1661. So I love watching them make the cocktails, shake it up, garnish it, serve it. Howth village itself is a lovely little kind of seaside town. The Gravity Bar up on the top floor of the storehouse, and it's just an amazing place, an amazing view of Dublin City. Definitely visit Temple Bar and take in what's there. My advice would be to try your best to see other parts of the city. Brian Fenton, this is my Dublin.
It has to be Tang on Abbey Street. You can't beat their flatbreads with the chickpeas and spicy chicken. It's Irish owned, great food, great people. Shoe Lane beside Tara Street train station. It was close to Trinity where I went to college. They have nice croissants, fruit scones. If you're ever looking for a quiet place to go and chat with your mates, the Snug and Chaplin's has to be the go-to. Lovely old interior. Just have to get the dart out to Vico Baths, bring the swimming togs, go for a dip, and you get a lovely view of Killiney Bay. The Epic Museum, I think it's something nice to just figure out the history of the city. You have to go and visit a GAA or hurling or camogie game. It's the most amazing atmosphere. It's going to be an unforgettable experience. Cian O'Sullivan, this is my Dublin.
Tribeca in Ranelagh. I had to go with my family. It's a favourite of ours. Definitely recommend trying their wings. The Metro Cafe, it's a great spot for people watching, especially when it's sunny outside. An oat milk cappuccino would be my go-to. The atmosphere in Devitt is always brilliant. We've had plenty of team nights out there, always great crack. The Timber Trove Cafe in the Dublin Mountains, it's a really cosy family-run cafe. Farmley House would definitely be a must visit. They have monthly markets on which are gorgeous. I would advise you to walk around the city because most of the main attractions are close by and you can get there quicker on foot. Niamh Gannon, this is my Dublin.
Kyo's Cafe in Portobello. I really like going back just for the vibe. It's nice and chill, people are really cool. Trails Cafe in Ticknock. The coffee is really, really good. Americano, small bit of milk, and you're good to go and hit the trails. Blue Light is always a nice roaring fire. We tend to go up after All-Ireland final week. It's a really nice place to be. I'd recommend getting out to Poolbeg Lighthouse. It's a great walk out. You get a great view back of the city. If you get the chance, I'd go up to Ticknock, go up and rent a mountain bike. Trails up there are pretty cool. Bring a raincoat, a shower's never too far away. Orla Nolan, this is my Dublin.
We met down at Fairview, and Kieran's brother was a friend of my brother's. We met through them, so when I was coming up to the Debs, I invited Kieran to my Debs. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes, so long as our firstborn child played for Vincents. And he said, okay, grand. It's great to have our family involved as well. I suppose if the kids weren't as interested in it as we were, it'd be very tough on us.
Kieran's are playing Vincents. The tension in the house is gas. Mum is obviously Vincents and Dad is Kieran, so Mum always claims that she'll give John steak for dinner and she won't feed Kevin. But it's always a bit of a laugh, but I suppose no one takes it too seriously.
She had her hands full. She could have got the job as a bus driver. The amount of dropping off and picking up she did from matches around. Leaving some matches early to go to another match to make sure she got the end of that, or make sure we all got the same amount of attention. There was no favourites.
It means everything. I don't know what we do without it, to be fair. We eat, drink and sleep it.
It's always through the family like the rest of us. There's not enough supporting words, I'd say.
I know my whole life at this rate.
We're very proud parents. That's a huge achievement to have 100% of your family still playing. We're proud of them all, every one of them.
My name is Niamh Heatherton.
My name is John Heatherton.
I'm Kieran Heatherton.
I'm Patsy Heatherton, and as a family,
our roots are set in the GAA.
Ground Force probably is the absolute heart of this club, both in their ethos, the amount of work they do, and just the pure love they have for Dave Marnoga and the GAA in general. In simplest terms, we probably couldn't function without Ground Force.
I suppose the GAA was always a bit more than hitting the ball or hitting the schlitter, you know, and it gave a great sense of community to people.
I suppose at my age, fear of retirement, worried about the unknown, what am I going into a home under my wife's feet all the time or something like that, and then we just got this men's initiative started off. We feel that we're giving something back to the club that gave so much to us. We come up here on a rotary basis and line pitches, cut grass. It kind of empowers us as well if we feel valued.
We're all friends, we're all retired, we're all around the same age group. Some of us have nothing outside of our work, and Ground Force has been a big change for everybody from a mental well-being point of view. It's really, really important and really significant, and there is great camaraderie amongst the group.
So I think there's about 30 odd men in this initiative that comes up to the club and has a chat, and the coffee is important as well. We sort out the world, Dan.
Yeah. Or well, most of it.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, just achievement and pride.
My first memory of GAA would probably have been in Croke Park with my father. That would be in the early 1950s.
As a young lad, brought down to watch one of my brother's matches.
Playing under 10 hurling, and I say hurling, not camogie, because I played on the boys' team.
My feeling about the GAA was more a social one than a games one, because I thought it was a great way for all the kids to get to know each other.
Mum and Dad always brought us up to have each other's backs. We'd all go to each other's matches. No matter what we were doing or playing, we'd all support each other. I'm playing for the club 37 years, I think, now, but I also coached my two daughters' teams.
It's great. It really is a great feeling to have the kids down there. And now all of their friends are beginning to come from the same community and the same focus on the club, so it's a mirror of what happened to me in my childhood, I suppose.
We made more friends down the years and had more fun down the years than ever we would anywhere else.
Mum fostered that through us as well. She was chief bottle washer. She'd have jerseys upon jerseys out in the line. 3 of my offspring are married, and they met their better halves through the club.
The friends and relationships I got out of it. Looking back, that was really what the GAA was about. Community, about building relationships with people. My name is Mick Galvin.
My name is Mary Galvin.
My name is Phil Galvin, and my family roots are in St. Bridget's GAA Club.
Welcome back for the second half of this Go Ahead Ireland Senior 1 Hurling Championship Semi-Final. St Vincents leading by 1 going into the second half. No rain, no breeze, but it is overcast, so the lights are on. Who's going to turn it on in the second half? Who will reach the final? Kilmacud Crokes waiting, having won their semi-final earlier on. But what they don't know is who they'll be playing. They will find out today, because this has to end today. Joe, what are you expecting in the second half?
I'd love to know what was said in both dressing rooms there now, to be honest with you. How does Pat Gilroy approach that? You're 30 minutes now, keep doing the same thing, keep going at them, and you've given yourself every chance here.
Burke with first class delivery to Derek McBride, who's a first class shooter. Commentator's curse. It breaks for Brannock, who replaced McHugh in the first half. Liam Rush taking on his man. Liam Rush gets the free out.
I'm just not hearing and I don't mean this in a pedantic way, I'm just not hearing the whistle, and I don't know whether it's, as in maybe it's just the whistle that Damien has. But Rushy coming out there as well, you need a big, Na Fianna need a bit of leadership here now as well, because they just seem devoid at the moment. They were working the ball through the platforms quite well, but Vincents just have that sense of aggression. Mulcahy's been good inside. You'd wonder how both managers approach that now at half time.
Na Fianna lost Feeney and McHugh in the first half. 2 big losses. Colin Curry standing over this one. Has he got the equaliser?
He has.
Fantastic. Perry, who made a save with pretty much his first action of the game. That was from a penalty. Gormley trying to shake off Colin Curry. Overcarried, free in. There's a huge crowd on the far side, as you can see. What you can't see is that there's a big crowd underneath us here in the terrace as well. An absolutely huge crowd.
Yeah, big Vincent's crowd just underneath us there as well. You can hear it every time, but Colin has been hitting the ball all day really, really well, Oisín. His striking is impeccable. He's really, really good free taker, and he'll give himself every opportunity of scoring this one.
Curry. It's from a tight enough angle. It's off the woodwork. Second time in this game, I think that the frame of that goal has been hit. Perry. One on each post. Rush leaning into his man, trying to get the ball back, but it was collected very well by Sean Mulcahy. It is stolen back now by Brian Ryan. Fantastic work by the Limerick man. Brannock. Lobbing one out wide. That's a good take by Kieran Stacey.
He'll take him on now.
O'Neill does well, but Stacey regathers. The free in has been awarded. Stacey got the point anyway, but that won't count because the referee had blown the whistle. You're actually right. After you said it, I really listened out to there. No, you can't hear it.
No. That's it.
A yellow card for Owen O'Neill.
It's a harsh enough yellow card, Oisín, for pulling, unless it's his second or third foul, for pulling a jersey, but
Curry keeps it on frame, gets the score. 2 points in the second half. They both come from Colin Curry frees.
It's a poor ball.
Gavin King puts it over.
Great score by Gavin, great score, and intercepted as well, a poor ball out, and Vincents don't want to let this happen now. Don't drop the heads. They need leaders now, Burkey and them, to kind of put the heads up now and look for ball. I'd love to see Perry hit a ball on top of Hedgehoe, which he hasn't really all day.
Vincent's got the last 2 points of the first half, but they've conceded 3 in a row at the start of the second. Gormley, good pass. Gilroy. Tom Connolly. And Fianna have that spare man back there. It's Brannock, but he showed a bit too much of it there to Mark Sweeney. Sweeney couldn't quite keep it in play. Did well to get there, but just couldn't make it stick.
See Tom Others trying to organise things around the middle there, because they want to do what they did in the first half. They need that man-on-man inside, and they dictate who the spare man is. They want Burke as the spare 6.
Connolly intercepts. Connolly has an option and Derek McBride, but he takes it on himself. Connolly gets a good score, and a much needed score.
Yeah, and it's not because they've fallen too far behind or anything like that. It just they needed to lift the morale again of the group, and he had a runner off the shoulder as well. Hedge's a little bit quiet today, isn't he? Based on what we've seen over the last kind of couple of months.
Well, he's often dragged them through on his own or been a big part in big wins for them. Gavin King pulled on that one. Dolan blocked it down. Referee says play on. Then he tackles Conor Burke. Yeah, he has to. Yeah. Clash ball. Sean Curry trying to pick it up, but there was just too many people around. Now it's Sean Curry again, hasn't given up on this one. Now it's Gavin King. Gavin King doesn't get a clean pass, but that's a really good flick ball to Colin Curry. The flick came from Donal Ryan, but it is a wide. There's a bit of noise on the pitch, isn't there?
There is, yeah. And it's just like you want to make sure, like we love great games like that.
Heatherton,
that's brilliant.
Right on cue, gets it to Dolan. Sean Mulcahy. It's well defended. It is a free out.
Yeah, Derek just needs to be careful here now as well because he got a card in the first half. It's a free in.
It's free in, yep. Sean Burke having a discussion with Damien Burnett. A 20-metre free, which Heatherton will strike, and I would imagine at this stage of the game.
Yeah, he puts it over. Yeah, he does. Yeah, if it's later on, he goes for it because he's such a strike of a ball. Now again, whether he'll change his mind or not, I don't know. But there's too many people on the line there now, really. But he's a serious strike of the ball, Oisin.
He is capable of scoring it over from here, but I just think he'll take the point and level up the match. There's a bit of pulling and dragging off the ball there between a player from either side.
There's a lot going on, Oisin, off the ball, an awful lot, and just Damien needs to keep an eye on that. You can see it just out in front of us here as well, over on the left-hand side too. So,
Jack Marr. Marr has to go off the stick here, or use the hand. Brannock, just got away from him.
Tomo did well there, didn't jump in on the tackle easily to give away a free, and Vincent's very disciplined at the moment. Ryan obviously has been away for a long time. He's made a difference in the first half. We need to get him on ball though as well if they want. Rushy's kind of tying him up now, and they're not allowing Rush sit off, so that's obviously a message at half time. Don't allow Rush to be the spare man.
Connolly. Brannock is there waiting. Brannock catches and is fouled by Heatherton. I think he's either switched the whistle or swapped the whistle because you can hear it a bit clearer now. Tracy looking for Brian Ryan, who's tangled up off the ball, gets away from Kieran Stacey as well. Line ball for Vincents.
The linesman over here as well, like Jason was over here in the first half, but you can see them, they're busy because you can see all the time there's that kind of that in your face aggression, which is, look, you love to see aggression and real stuff, but I didn't like that hit in the first half myself, to be honest with you. I put young Feeney out. I thought it was something, you know, and Vincents have been really good today, but he just needs to be closer to the play for this, Oisin, for me. And again, look, you'd love to see somebody like, it's great to see new names in a semi-final or a new name for a final. Like, you know, you've like the likes of Sean Stack and Chris Mooney and that, and Tom, you know, have done most of the finals over the last couple of years. But there's just been a couple of decisions today that for me now have been a bit off.
Well gathered by Donal Ryan.
But that is one of them.
Ryan is dispossessed. Connolly goes for it, blocked down. He was smothered, trying to make it his as Sean Burke. Sean Burke under a bit of pressure though. It's good pressure from Derek McBride, and it's a free out. Tracy has loads of room, loads of space.
And you know
Tracy
what he'd do, don't you?
Yeah, he could go for it. He's not going to go for it. He's aiming it towards AJ. It's intercepted. Burke broke it down. Morehouse Carroll tidies it up. AJ hasn't given up on this one. Back to Perry it goes. Perry. Back to Morehouse Carroll. That is risky. Morehouse Carroll fumbles. AJ Murphy gets on top of him. Morehouse Carroll gets back to Perry. Oh, they're walking a high wire here and they could fall. It's Gavin King who surely has a free incoming. He does.
And that will drive Pat Kilroy out the door mad. Like, when you think about it, they had every opportunity to deliver the ball to the 40 long, not one ball hit on top of Hedgehoe, working the ball out and get caught again, like 2 or 3 silly mistakes.
Colin Curry. It's one of those ones
they have to work a bit hard. Sorry, they seem to have to work a bit harder for their scores, Vincents, don't they? Like that's a giveaway score. Like you look at that now. If there's a point in at the end, you go like, why didn't we just get the ball and move the ball through the lines or up? But do something with it.
5 points to 2 in the second half. Fianna still leading by 1.
Change here now again.
Heading off is Joe Kavanagh. Worked very hard today.
He did, and he had a brilliant game the last that we saw him here. He got a couple of goals in one of the games we saw him too. But the Fianna, like Crokes, have a very strong bench, so they'll hope for a bit of life because they're going to need it. They're going to know they've been in a battle here today.
Diarmuid Clerkin has come in, battling for it. Gavin King. Ryan McBride doesn't give up on it easy. Gavin King in there again, as is AJ Murphy, but that's a really good play by Mark Sweeney. Mark Sweeney is fouled and it's a free in.
Yeah, good call that time. Good call, and Ryan had made the run through on the right as well. He's made a big difference since he's come home. This is similar free note to what I said earlier on about Young Coffey. It's a big moment. You know, you want to level the game up, and Hedgehoe has all the experience in the world, but he needs to nail this one.
Heatherton. Oh, it veers off.
And they're the big moments, they're the clutch moments that you hope that John, that now and the you know, tipping around inside, they're the big moments. But look, no better man to recover from it, but that's a big moment.
Burke gave it back to Tracy. Tracy with an unusual flip outside. Pernock did get there. Fianna, are they overcomplicating it here a little bit?
Yeah, they don't see themselves today, and that's all. A lot of that is down to Vincents. In fairness, like Rushy's not himself there today at all. We haven't seen AJ really, much. But that's a lot of it is down to the Vincents, effort and endeavour and real kind of in-your-face stuff. But there's a man needs to step up now as well. Conor Burke, well able to drive this team on if he wants to.
Andrew Gilroy picks out his teammate. His teammate goes for the strike. That teammate is Sean Mulcahy. He knows it's not a good strike.
And the small differences, Oisin, those fractions between getting to a final and winning one, and like they're the small little decisions that you make. That ball could have been easily played inside or ran. It's a poor puck out.
It was intercepted by Derek McBride. Now it's Gormley. Got blocked down by Sean Curry, who's still swatting at it. Sean Curry now gets it into his hand. Curry goes to ground. Play continues. It's Vincent's ball, and it's a Vincent's free. Definitely a free as well. Well won by Ryan McBride, and he wins the free for his team.
Winning a lot of dirty ball in around there. Mulcahy's doing well. Poor shot selection the last time on that one, but another big one for John here now to nail.
You've said it a couple of times, but I don't think we could overemphasise this. Ryan McBride has made such a huge difference.
Yeah, like he was out in Australia for a long time there, and I would have a guy called Jack Galvin, who I would have had in Westmeath, a really good player too, and obviously he's been tipping away like playing hurling out there because his touch today and everything, his fitness is excellent.
Heatherton missed the last one, but more than capable of getting this. Didn't quite catch it.
I feel for him because he's had such a big year for them, and there's 2 massive frees with an opportunity and a chance to put them a point ahead. But look, it's all about leadership now. Here's another one that's gone away from the Fianna, or not themselves today, Oisin.
Ryan McBride couldn't take advantage. Gormley in. Gormley, it's on the ground. Gormley gets in there again. Brian Ryan trying to shovel it up into the hand. Brian Ryan does get it into the lava. Brian Ryan absolutely surrounded. Finds Colin Curry. Colin Curry is squeezed. Colin Curry to OT, free in the Fianna.
can see Hedgerow now, the head is down again. Just somebody needs to lift him on. Maybe the likes of Keane McBride coming in might bring it, because he'll provide a goal threat even. I know you'd have the three of them and he'll be in there as well, but they just need someone, a little word in his ear now. Come on, next ball.
Yep.
The Fianna just seemed a bit off it today, and that can happen. Games like that, it can happen.
Well, John Heatherton has kept Vincents competitive in the last couple of years.
That's Brian Bulger, I think, coming in, is it? Could be wrong. Maybe not.
I'm actually just trying to see who is going off rather than who's going in. Heading off for St Vincent's is James Mulcahy, who's played well today, and in his stead, I think it is Brian Bulger.
Like, I know people give out to you about getting names wrong, but the Vincents, the numbers on the back of the jersey, they're so hard to see at times.
Yeah, that is Brian Bulger.
Always capable of potting up with a score. He won't sit on rush. He won't be even near him. But he could pop up with a score for Vincents as well.
Colin Curry slots it over.
Yeah, that could be the difference. Colin hasn't missed one all day. He's been excellent on his frees. I think he hit one off the post.
Two between them. Perry going long, aiming it at Heatherton, who did manage to help break it. Swept away by Mark Sweeney. Sweeney followed by O'D. It's Sweeney. Sweeney plays it across. Trying to get there is Derek McBride. McBride does get there. Derek McBride, good dummy. Derek McBride
what a score.
Makes it a 1 point game.
Brilliant player. The ball, the vision to go across, and Derek is well capable of that. Will they need a goal, Oisin?
Sean Curry bottled up, tries to get it to Colin Curry. The free in coming anyway.
He's been the Fianna's best player today by a country mile in around the middle. Getting on breaking ball, brave, getting on. Like he's really had an awful lot to do with keeping the Fianna in it, because they, like we said, and it's not that they, like Vincents have been excellent today and really put it up to the Fianna physically and hurling wise as well. But Sean Curry has been a step above anybody else.
Off camera, Niall O'Callaghan has come in and had a word with one of his players there as Colin Curry is lining up this free. And Colin Curry, as you would expect, puts that one over.
Yeah, he's brought Burkey out the field now, because we haven't seen much of Donald Burke at all, apart from a couple of brilliant scores in the first half, but has he touched the ball maybe in the second half? And
Perry aiming it at Heatherton again. Heatherton up for it. He's always up for the battle. What a catch that is. Heatherton gets the ball away. Play continues. It's Tom Connolly. Advantage being played. It is a free.
What a catch.
Well, even when one aspect of his game isn't going his way, which the frees have it in the second half, he doesn't give up, and he'll always affect things in a very positive way. He affected it there. Great catch.
But that has to lift the man now again. He's put a catch up in the air, and again nail this free now. You're back to a 1 point game. I think he'll spend long enough sitting at home for the winter now, feeling he's such a proud family, such a proud club as well, and they've every chance here of going at this game. Yeah,
it's a 1 point game.
He'll be fine now. That'll lift him again, and a good 12-13 minutes to go on.
Tracy. It's going to fall in or around Gavin King, but he's beaten to it. Fantastic by Andrew Gilroy. Gets it to Conor Burke. Andrew Gilroy's played well today. Conor Burke, down the line it goes. Ryan McBride for the equaliser. Ryan McBride. Unlucky.
He could have travelled further, and again he's the player on the left hand side outside him. He probably had every chance to go a little bit more with that.
Change coming for St Vincent's. Heading off is Daniel Toomey.
Keane, is it?
That's correct, Keane McBride. It's what I'd call an offensive attacking switch. Tracy going long. That's been the tactic in the second half, collected by Sean Curry. Sean Curry goes to ground, referee gives the free in.
Sean has been excellent for Fianna.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Conor Burke came across there as well. Says he stood him up. Like, both managements won't mind. Like, in Fianna's management, they haven't played that well today. A lot of it is down to how well Vincents have played. Packilroy won't mind. They won't mind how they win it. Whether they've played poor, they want to be in the county final. End of story. But it's a much closer, much better game than what we had in the first. And no team will go home saying, "Geez, we didn't do ourselves justice." But just a couple of little small things for Vincents could have them level at least.
10 minutes to go. That's if we only require normal time today. Referee spotted something there. Blew the whistle a couple of times. Play stops. The sub is being made. That's what it was.
Yeah, Vincent's looking for a bit of energy from the bench now. They brought in a couple of subs. Keane has if you get the ball inside to Keane, he has he has that ability to get goals. Got an important one against Whitehall for them.
Daniel Peel, who's come in.
Good young player. Brian Bulger as well. You'd love to see him getting on ball.
Bulger well capable of getting scores. The puck out strategy from both keepers is just go long. Here's Brian Ryan. That's a long shot from Donald Burke, and it's a good shot from Donald Burke.
Yep, super score by Donald. Really, really good long range sniping. Great wrists, and a really important one now. Puts a bit of daylight, 3 points in it. Just think Perry has the option of going short when he wants to there, but just hitting into a crowded area. Now they're
intercepted,
on top now.
really good interception too. Sean Curry blocked down by Conor Burke. Sean Curry gets another goal, but Burke wouldn't let him have the time and space. Scrambling after it now is McBride, but he can't quite get there. Here's Sean McBride. Sean Curry. Will he get the shot away? Jack Maher, no, he gives it back to Sean Curry. Sean Curry trying to get away from Burke. Colin Curry. Bernock showed too much of it to St. Vincent's, who have it back. McBride. It's 1-on-1 there.
You take it on, Willie.
Here's Cian McBride. Cian McBride gets an important score.
Great ball in by the brother. Wins the ball inside, and again, could have had a chance maybe, to go at him there with a 1-on-1 situation, but just took the score, brings it back to a 2-point game.
Well, that's the bench making an impact. Brian Bulger was involved in that. Peel got in there as well to battle for it. McBride got the score. Gormley just wouldn't quite stick to his hand. Here's Donald Burke. Burke trying to get it out to Gavin King. Gavin King. Referee says play on. Gavin King, while lying on the ground, it was a decent effort. Peel.
Perry on straight down on top of Hedgehoe here now.
Ball breaks for McBride.
He's a runner through the centre.
Ryan McBride takes aim and fires, and that one is drifting. Vincents with another change coming in. Alan Moore.
Yeah,
one of those forwards who can win a ball, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah, and he was one of Vincent's best forwards for a number of years. I think went back with the second team for a while there as well, and has got his way back into a 15 here now too. So well capable of scoring, Oisín.
Yeah, he can win his own ball. He can get goals.
Don't think I've ever seen Liam Rush as quiet in all the games, even since he's joined the Fianna. Just seems a little bit off of today. And again, back now as a 3 rather than a 6.
It is Simon Gormley who's gone off for Vincents. He was in the middle of so many rucks today. He battled unbelievably hard, played very well. Connolly wins it bravely. Peel with a magic flick and the free out one. Daniel Peel did really well there.
Now you've the boys inside 1-on-1. Do you give it quick or do you go for the score? See where Pat's out to give it.
Burke. 2-on-2 on the edge of the square, batted down and collected by Donald Ryan. Ryan tries to escape. Advantage being played, free out.
A couple of those clutch moments that have just gone a small bit against Vincents, and credit to Fianna, champions. They're still just keeping that scoreboard ticking over. But I think this one, if Vincents don't get through this still, I think they've been so close and so good. Just a couple of poor wides, 2 from Ray McBride, a couple of frees as well. what you have to give, what honour and respect they're putting into the jersey, and it's a really exciting one, and it's all to play for with 6 minutes to go.
Tracy, this will drop. Who will it drop to? Luckily for Vincents, drops to them. Back to Perry, free out. Perry. Heatherton is the target. McBride is running off him. Breaks for McBride. He could get in here. Ryan McBride. Is he thinking goal? Ryan McBride! Good save.
Jono, yeah. Right thing to do, I think, go for it. And he's had chances today to again, Hedgehow was smart, breaking it down. Probably needed to go across him, didn't he, Oisín? Rather than hitting to his near post. But Jono, great save, stood up. I know I keep saying it, but this is a big 65 here now as well. So you need to get this.
Every moment is big from here on in, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because they've been there so close for years. Vincents are trying to get to a final. Like you said, it's historically a long time now since they've actually won one, but just to get back one again.
Well, the gap has been 14 years.
Interesting, he's not going to hit it, and he's leaving it to Tomo.
And Vincents have had some heartbreaking finals since they last won one in 1993, lost in 2010, lost in 07.
18 as well, I think.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Lost in 05, 2000, 97, 95. They'll hope to get there. They want to get back. Connolly. It's a 1 point game.
Yeah, big character now with real leadership to stand up there and say, look, and you can see Tomo pointing, don't allow the ball come out here now. Don't allow them work the ball. Give it to a one-on-one situation, and if they're going to win it, let them be man enough to win it. But don't allow an easy ball out.
So many of these Vincents players have given so much over the years. You'd love to see them get to a final, but deserve sometimes has got nothing to do with it. Fianna want to get into a fourth final in a row. Vincents have the possession. Have Vincents got the free? No, they haven't. It's gone the other way. And Colin Curry will take all the time in the world to strike this. Some battle between the neighbours.
Oh, it is, and I think anybody who expected anything else, is not people talking about, Fianna would do this and do that. Like, these teams deserve to be in semi. I felt for Lucan earlier on, because they've such pride in the club as well, and they seem to be so far away yet from getting to that next step. But Vincent's character, a real sign of leadership, but they're going to need it now. 2 points down, 2 or 3 minutes to go. Who's going to step up now and want to either win it or not?
A Vincents team who are more than capable of getting goals, as we've seen throughout the championship. We will play on. I think there was a foul off the ball. Stacey rolls it down the line, looking for AJ Murphy. Morehouse Carroll doesn't let him get it for free. AJ still battling. It's Jack Maher who has it. Jack Maher surrounded, gets it back to AJ. AJ to pop it over. AJ Murphy guides it between the sticks.
He does, and he hasn't been himself all day. Morehouse Carroll has done so well on him. And then you need a big important score. AJ pops up.
A really lively presence, AJ Murphy. Perry. O'Neill makes a scarper down the right. You don't see that, I do. McBride. Vincents have got it back. Surely they've got the free in. Cynical, but it's exactly what you'd want your defender to do, Paul O'D.
Absolutely, you're right, you're 100%. But I think O'Neill got a O'D looks in trouble there now with the leg, but O'Neill got a yellow card, and for nothing really. Earlier on, but Paul O'D looks in a spot of bother there now. You'd hope that's not a recurring injury, because he was so unlucky last year.
A yellow card for O'D. He'll take that all day. Connolly to pop it over and make it a 2 point game. Then it's up to the referee.
Hedge obviously decides he doesn't want to.
Well, Connolly nailed a 65 a few moments ago. He'll hope to nail this one. Oh, he's put it wide. You've said it a few times that you felt that at some stage Vincents would probably need a goal, whereas Na Fianna could do it with points.
Well, they do now anyway, that's for sure. And that's, if you add it up, that's 3 frees. It'd be a level game now. I know that's if, and Na Fianna had a lot of wides in the first half, but they're just 3 big moments.
Na Fianna looking to see this one home, but it breaks kindly for Owen O'Neill. Owen O'Neill goes to ground, the free out is coming. Driven by Bulger. Oh, Bulger didn't catch it at all right. It's intercepted. It's Fergal Burnock. Play stops.
Yeah. Goes back.
Yep. Again, Na Fianna just didn't back off, so the free will have to be retaken, and Perry will strike it. Is Perry dropping this one inside the square?
But he has to hit it now. Look at the 1-on-1 before they all go back inside. Look,
Heatherton really wants it. He's barking, but the goalkeeper can't hear him because there's just so much noise swirling around Parnell Park. OD has to go off. He's injured. They'll hope if they're in the final, and it's still if at this stage, he'll be available. Perry going to drop inside the square. Vincents need a goal. Heatherton goes up for it, goes loose, and it's swept up. Burnock gets it away. He was aiming it down the line to Gavin King. Gavin King can't take it cleanly. Gilroy's all over him. Gilroy does really well. Gilroy, the referee is blowing the whistle. That's because of an incident in the square, not because of what was going on in play.
I didn't see that, no, to be honest.
No, but the umpires did. And Damien Burnett is going over to have a word. St. Vincent's, who came so close last year.
But somebody got a box there, I think, or something anyway.
At the moment, it's heartbreak at the semi-final stage again for St. Vincent's. Referee Damien Burnett calling over. I think that's Cian McBride. It is Cian McBride.
You hate to see this. You don't want to see this, because it's been while it's been a seriously physical, massive game like that. You don't want to see that kind of stuff either. I feel for you can see Na Fianna, as champions do, they've looked like they've found a way to win this. Looks like he's getting red.
It's a red card for Cian McBride. Vincent's down to 14. I have to say, I didn't see why he got that red card.
Look, maybe we'll see it again on the camera, but it didn't. You couldn't see at the time the ball came out, but I don't know what's going to happen. Is it an indirect free then for that out here, because the play was still going on? Yeah, you can see him. He hits him inside. So referee is right there. Good call, and good call by the umpires as well to say it.
It's a boost for Na Fianna, but this one's still not done. A long injury, or a long stoppage I should say, within injury time. We resume with the Na Fianna free. Burke.
Another change. Just been a bit messy, hasn't it? The last couple of minutes, just from a, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's just been a little bit messy, and it's just allowing a little bit of kind of snappiness to come into the players there as well.
Sean Mulcahy heads off. He's replaced by...
I think Vincents are arguing that the ball went out over the line and it was their ball, but the referee is calling that it's an indirect free because it was a free incurred during the play or whatever that is.
From what I can see, I think Vincents have 2 number 26s. Long ball down the line, bounces wide.
Will he allow it? Will he allow another play? Will he allow another ball go in on top of Hedgehoe? He's not in there now, but they need somebody in at 14.
Vincents go long and direct. It's batted away brilliantly by Donal Ryan, but it is collected by Peel. Vincents have a bit of time here. He aims it down towards Heatherton. Heatherton takes it, flips it off. It's Burke. Burke goes for it. Burke! Goal!
What a goal!
We're all square deep in injury time. Are we going to extra time?
What a goal! And you know who it came from? I'm delighted for him, no matter if they win it or not. I'm delighted for Hedgehoe. I'm delighted that he won the ball. He's been off on frees. What a finish.
Will Damien Burnett blow it up, or do we have more time? Well, we'd long stoppages within injury time, so there probably is a lot of time to be played. Na Fianna through Sean Curry, have it. Sean Curry goes to ground. Curry gets to the King. King can't get a shot away. Curry trying to get it back. Now it comes to Donal Ryan.
Donal Burke.
Donal Burke has a shot. Donal Burke, can he win it for Na Fianna? Donal Burke wide.
He's hardly in another play, is it? Hedgehoe wants it, put it on top of his head.
Perry goes long. Remember, Vincents would not go back up to 15 if this goes to extra time. That rule is gone. Burnock, a break for him. Burnock can't pick it up cleanly. Can Nafina pounce?
That's
or can
free.
St. Vincent's get it back? No. It is extra time. It ends in a bit of a whimper. Conor Burke with the goal for St. Vincent's with one of the last plays of the game. Let's have a look at it because this is the moment that has brought us to extra time.
Oh, Sheen, that's unbelievable. And in fairness, like, young Peel was smart, put the ball in. Hedgehoe grabs it. Burkey running through. John will be disappointed. He won't, Burke won't care, but what a goal, what a dramatic finish. It epitomises your man over on the line. Like, in fairness to Gilroy, he's obviously put steel into these lads now as well. We've said it, like Nafina, Crokes, how much ahead are they of teams, but people write off clubs like Vincents, and I tried to speak about Lucan earlier on. It was the same with Ballyboden. People wrote them off for years. You can see Pat Gilroy doing the same over to the ref now as well. Like, these clubs are proud, they're putting massive effort in. McBride has made a huge difference today. Had a couple of poor wides, but Jesus, Gilroy can't wait to get into the dressing room now to try and get a bit more life into these lads.
A reminder that St. Vincent's will still have only 14 for extra time.
Is that definite, yeah?
Yeah, that rule is gone. That rule is gone. And, well, it's not time for my opinion. I'll give it anyway. I'm glad it is because it was a silly rule. But anyway, they won't have 15 for extra time. They will remain at 14. We will have extra time. We will have penalties if required. We'll be back for that extra time. Stay with us.
Stay City Apart Hotels. Half apartment, half hotel. Warm beds, comfy sofas, and fully equipped kitchens. We offer guests more, so you can do more. Cook, sleep, work, play. Welcoming, accommodating, and big beds for jumping. Smart travellers choose Stay City because Stay City is the smart choice. Stay City, half apartment, half hotel, all across Europe. Save 10% every time you book at staycity.com.
We're delighted to extend the partnership with GAA Ireland. They're an organisation that serves communities all over Dublin and helps serve our club members around the county, and it's been a brilliant partnership for the last 3 years, and we're delighted to extend for a further 2 years.
Like us, Dublin GAA are embedded in their community, so it was a really natural fit. For us, it was important to find a partner that was inclusive, but also had that community identity, and that's exactly what we found in Dublin GAA. Since we started the partnership, they've been really easy to work with, and we're really excited to continue the journey together.
In those 3 years, we actually accomplished a lot with Dublin GAA. We were privileged to be able to work with both local and national charities with them, as well as working on several GAA initiatives.
This partnership allows us to support Club League and Championship and initiatives such as our Dubs TV live streaming platform. We try and stream as many games as possible, particularly during the championship season where we can from a logistical point of view around grounds, and that is something we will continue to try and deliver over the coming years and keep enhancing club championship product and club leagues around the county across all 4 codes.
In the coming months, we're going to be continuing growing our services. And while we do that, that means that we'll be serving more GAA community clubs than ever before.
This year alone, we're going to be introducing the Development Fund for Accessibility as part of our partnership, which is going to see core infrastructure at Dublin GAA developed. In the summer, we're also introducing the Go Ahead Earl Dublin LGFA Summer Skills Camps, which will be held in July and August.
As Dublin's best performing public bus operator, we're going to continue to work really hard on delivering for our customers and our communities.
One of my favourite places to grab a coffee in Dublin is Bua. It's one of these kind of COVID coffee trucks that popped up, and it's kind of developed into this bit of a social hub. I'll always find myself being drawn back to social fabric. It's just a beautiful place to go. They always have consistently good food there. Bar 1661. So I love watching them make the cocktails, shake it up, garnish it, serve it. Hoth Village itself is a lovely little kind of seaside town. The Gravity Bar up on the top floor of the storehouse, and it's just an amazing place, an amazing view of Dublin City. Definitely visit Temple Bar and take in what's there. My advice would be to try your best to see other parts of the city. Brian Fenton, this is my Dublin.
It has to be Tang on Abbey Street. You can't beat their flatbreads with the chickpeas and spicy chicken. It's Irish owned, great food, great people. Shoe Lane beside Tara Street train station. It was close to Trinity where I went to college. They have nice croissants, fruit scones. If you're ever looking for a quiet place to go and chat with your mates, the Snug in Chaplin's has to be the go-to. Lovely old interior. Just have to get the dart out to Vico Baths, bring the swimming togs, go for a dip, and you get a lovely view of Killiney Bay. The Epic Museum, I think it's something nice to just figure out the history of the city. You have to go and visit a GAA or Hurling or Camogie game. It's the most amazing atmosphere. It's going to be an unforgettable experience. Cian O'Sullivan, this is my Dublin.
Tribeca in Ranelagh. I had to go with my family, it's a favourite of ours. Definitely recommend trying their wings. The Metro Cafe, it's a great spot for people watching, especially when it's sunny outside. An oat milk cappuccino would be my go-to. The atmosphere in Devitt is always brilliant. We've had plenty of team nights out there, always great crack. The Timber Trove Cafe in the Dublin Mountains, it's a really cosy family-run cafe. Family House would definitely be a must visit. They have monthly markets on which are gorgeous. I would advise you to walk around the city because most of the main attractions are close by and you can get there quicker on foot. Niamh Gannon, this is my Dublin.
Kyo's Cafe in Portobello. I really like going back just for the vibe. It's nice and chill, people are really cool. Trails Cafe in Ticknock. The coffee is really, really good. Americano, small bit of milk, and you're good to go and hit the trails. Blue Light is always a nice roaring fire. We tend to go up after All-Ireland final week. It's a really nice place to be. I'd recommend getting out to Poolbeg Lighthouse. It's a great walk out. You get a great view back of the city. If you get the chance, I'd go up to Ticknock, go up and rent a mountain bike. Trails up there are pretty cool. Bring a raincoat, a shower is never too far away. Orla Nolan, this is my Dublin.
Stay City Apart Hotels. Half apartment, half hotel. Warm beds, comfy sofas, and fully equipped kitchens. We offer guests more, so you can do more. Cook, sleep, work, play. Welcoming, accommodating, and big beds for jumping. Smart travellers choose Stay City because Stay City is the smart choice. Stay City, half apartment, half hotel, all across Europe. Save 10% every time you book at staycity.com.
Welcome back for the first half of extra time in the Go Ahead Ireland Senior 1 Hurling Championship semi-final. Conor Burke is why we're still here. He got the goal deep in injury time, and Fianna did have a chance to win it even after that through Donald Burke, but he couldn't steer that one home. On the run now, Diarmuid Clerkin. Kilmacud Crokes have to wait a little bit longer to find out who they'll be playing in the final. Donald Ryan got the bounce. Burke, remember, St Vincents down to 14. Cian McBride sent off deep in injury time. An eventful injury time, as you're probably gathering if you didn't get to watch it and you're only joining us now. Joe Fortune.
You know, you kind of got the breath there, like, as well. It's like, again, I was surprised they took, well, who took him, or did he take himself off the freeze? He missed a couple, John, earlier on, and then, you know, Tomo went on, but like, what excitement towards the end, and real credit to the, you know, the kind of people that Vincents are, just that real never say die attitude. But big one here now for Hedjo to start off extra time. Like you mentioned there just before the end, and a good call as well, that they don't get that extra man back. So will that be a telling tale? We'll have to wait and see.
Heatherton from right out the country. Oh! Bernard gathers it. Well, that could have gone anywhere. Luckily for Now Fianna didn't go into the back of the net. It was good reactions from Bernock as well as one of his teammates there. Didn't quite catch who got their hand on it initially. Down the line it goes. Sean Curry, who's a live wire. Dolan's not bad either. Dolan gets it back. Slippery conditions. A lovely evening for hurling as the darkness draws in. Heatherton, good block by Colin Curry. Heatherton. Burke just too hot to handle. Trying to get that into the hand is Burke, Donald Burke that is, and it's a free in.
Yeah, Hedgehoe just annoyed with himself there, just didn't come up for him. He just planted the feet for the strike and then didn't go to hand, and that gives Curry a chance, an opportunity around the middle of the field to put the ball over the bar from a free. It's great to see the crowds back, Ocean. It really adds to the atmosphere. It's huge, even underneath us here that you can't see at home. There's a really nice crowd in here today.
Colin Curry looking for the first score of extra time and getting it. Sean Curry, Donald Ryan, lovely little bounce pass down the line, good stuff by Will Wheatley. AJ Murphy turns,
great feet,
fantastic. Sean Curry, Perry never worried by that one.
You see Hedgehoe out here now on a one-on-one with Liam Rush. If Perry sees it, there's a load of space inside.
Perry again aiming it down towards Heatherton, but it's Donald Ryan who wins it. Liam Rush, is he pushed? Referee says yes.
Back, yeah.
And Liam Rush receiving some treatment there. He'd be a huge loss. Curry.
He's put that wide out. It's really there for both teams, isn't it? Like, an extra time. If you can get a goal in extra time at all, like sometimes that can be a massively deciding factor in it.
Perry. Moore tries to get it under control. Good play. Got it out to Daniel Peel. Peel finds his man. Can he find a score? Wouldn't quite squeeze over off the stick of Callum Walsh.
Yeah, just that kind of shot selection again. He'll know himself that that's it. Here's a short one from Jono, but just a poor shot selection for that one.
Bernock. Stacey.
Great take.
Stacey. Wide. Well, it's that time of the game where trying to do even the most basic things is really difficult because the lactic acid is hitting. I'm not sure if that's scientifically accurate, but you know what I mean.
Just how tiredness is kicking in, and it is like. But again, just Fianna doing enough just to assist.
Heatherton, Bernock is there. But another man runs onto it. That's Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh with the shot, and Callum Walsh with the score.
Yeah, and he'd loads of ground in front of him as well to run it, Ushin, if he wanted to. Good flick by Hedgehoe to come into. Look, it's really there for both teams now at the minute.
You could see the difference there in Callum Walsh. The fact that he is a sub and has that bit of energy. He was able to burst off the mark. Liam Rush. Stacey couldn't make it his, but he did flick it into the path of AJ Murphy. It got away from AJ, but to Stacey. Stacey in on goal. Stacey. Good save by Perry. Comes back to Stacey. Fresh air shot. Still at it, Stacey. But he couldn't make it his. In fairness to him, he has made the ball stick on the end line. But Morehouse Carroll comes and gets it. Conor Burke.
Their defence has been excellent all day, Oisin. Really, really good. And we've said it a number of times over the group games that we've seen in here as well. Their defence is really, really good. And they'll realise as well that they're having the opportunities and chances to win this game. The Fianna just seem a little bit off. For whatever reason today, they're just not themselves. And again, a lot of that is, we'll give massive credit to Vincents for that, but
missed or lost Feeney and McHugh during the first half.
Good point,
but it's a squad game. Ryan Wouldn't quite fall for him. Scarpering after this, Jack Maher. Jack Maher wins it bravely, wins it brilliantly. Jack Maher has Sean Curry with him, but he'll take it on himself. Still Jack Maher goes, takes aim, fires, and scores.
Great score. Brilliant pace as well, driving down through the centre. Really, really good score.
One between them again. Ryan and Heatherton tangle. Wheatley collects. Brannock got himself out of trouble, did well there.
That extra man is telling the Ocean, isn't it?
It is.
They're allowing the spare, they're allowing the Fianna just to fall back in through the lines an awful lot easier.
Tracy looking for Stacey. Collected by a Vincents defender. Has to try and shake off 2 tacklers, but did really, really well. The free out is given anyway.
Smart by Tomo too, and good refereeing there as well, allowed the advantage, and an opportunity here now for a long distance. But again, there's nobody inside, there's nobody at 14 at all for Vincents, and you can see they're tiring a lot because that spare man is causing a bit of problem for them.
And the first half of extra time flying by, already 7 minutes gone. Perry not going direct towards the square, going down the channel, got away from McBride, collected by Brannock. Sean Curry looking for Colin Curry. That's a big hit on Colin Curry. Colin Curry is still on the ground, and a little bit of afters. Well, he's a brave man, Diarmuid Clerkin, staring down Pat Gilroy like that. Let's have a look. It wasn't actually Gilroy, in fairness, it was someone else on the bench. Clerkin is a brave man, though.
Both
he's a
teams
tough
really
competitor.
going at it, though. They really are going at it. There's a little bit allowed into it, which adds to that kind of ferocity and physical nature of it. But again, big ball here now from Vincents, and they're just, look, if they can keep it level, will that ask the Fianna a few questions? The Fianna are going to really know if they get to a final today. I tell you, they're going to really know it. Sean Ryan in here for the Fianna.
Vincent's also made a switch, so I'm just trying to see what switch has been made. It's Shane Barrett.
Shane Barrett,
yeah. What a player he is.
What a sub to bring in.
Yeah. Barrett is going right in up top. And Morehouse Carroll is following him in.
Right on the edge of the square for Barrett, yeah.
AJ heads off. That's the replacement. And Vincents have made a change as well. Just looking to see who it is. Here's Derek McBride. Derek McBride. Will he let one go? No. Got it out there to Mark Sweeney. Tom Connolly. Connolly outside. It's intercepted. That was very casual. I know they're tired. Donald Burke goes long. Shane Barrett is the intended target. Tracy's there as well. Or Stacey. It is Shane Barrett. Shane Barrett.
Wide.
Did
Great
so
take.
much right there.
Yeah. Great take by Barrett in the air. Nearly a kind of sign of, I haven't been playing now for the last few weeks, get me on this team. And a great take, but just unfortunately went wide for him.
Ryan attacked it. Fell kindly. Callum Walsh. Sean Burke, the favourite to beat Alan Moore in the foot race. Alan Moore didn't give up on it, but Sean Burke did well to get it under control. Liam Rush. Free out.
They're big calls, aren't they? And he got that one right there. But they're big calls in a 1 point game, extra time. Rushy's brilliant at drawing that attacker in, just to kind of, the body moves as well to make the referee make a decision.
Tracy was taking it from the wrong spot, so he's been told to move. This could be the last strike of the first half of extra time. We haven't had too many stoppages. Tracy, and that is the last strike of the first half of extra time. One between them at the break.
Players haven't heard the whistle again there.
I think Colin Curry is arguing that there was a time for at least one more play. Referee is telling them switch
Straight
ends
away,
it's half time. Yeah. No messing about. And a strange silence falls on Parnell Park.
Yeah, it's a weird situation to be in because I've been in the situation as well. It goes to extra time. You can see Na Fianna's extra man is just giving him that small percentage. It's a word to the referee there from two different people, which is strange. But maybe it's just clarification about what's happened. But look, it's all still to play for Rushing. It's a real test of character now too. Like, you're a point down or a point up. 10 minutes to go to get to a county final, the biggest day in Dublin club hurling, against Kilmacud, who were ravenous earlier on when they needed to be. It's a hard one to call, but maybe Na Fianna slightly, based on the fact that they have numerical advantage and are champions also.
Well, it's been a busy day in hurling. Kilmacud Crokes beating Lucan Sarsfield's 223 to 113 earlier on. In Kilkenny, O'Loughlin Gales overcoming Bennett's Bridge in the semi-final, 217 to 114. Of course, O'Loughlin Gales beat Na Fianna in the Leinster final last year. Thomastown have reached their first final since, I think, 1988 by beating Mullinavat. Doon over Ken Patrickswell in the Limerick semi-final, and the other one, the Piershig overcoming Kilmallock. Ratholt winning their first Meath senior hurling title for about 60 years, beating Trim 215 to 116. And Lockmore Castellani have won in Tipperary. They beat Tumavara in the final 219 to 117. St Gabriel's overcoming Robert Emirates in the London final. So a very busy day of hurling across the country. Very busy day of football as well. St Unions, by the way, champions in Donegal. Now, we're away. Our concentration is on the Dublin Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, the Go Ahead Ireland Dublin Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, the second semi-final of the day, the second far more dramatic than the first. Callum Walsh. Good block down. Donald Burke blocked him down, and Gavin King, was he fouled or was it just one of those accidental things that happens?
You can see he comes out here, and yeah, that's late. Hopefully Gavin's okay. He's at a really good club here for Na Fianna. He got some really, really important scores. A brilliant sideline in the first half.
I think we'll all take the chance to draw breath here. Colin Curry. Gavin King's okay, that's the main thing. The end result is free to Na Fianna. Curry. Nails it.
Yeah, he's been brilliant today, Ocean on frees, hasn't he?
He has.
I think one did hit the upright with, maybe, but other than that, like, he's been, and to win a county final, to win anything of significance at all, you really need a top class free taker, and Colin Curry is that.
Two between them, just over 8 to go. Ball breaks for Ryan. Ryan held up, gets his hand pass away, but puts it out over the line. Line ball for St Vincents.
They just need to make sure, because they're a man down, they've nobody up top. And they need to make sure with at least two defenders from Na Fianna. Na Fianna know now that they're in the ascendancy here unless they concede a goal. Like, if Hedger goes for this, he has to at least hit the target to allow the players an opportunity, a chance to get the second ball.
That's amazing.
He won't need them. Brilliant. Absolutely
Heatherton,
brilliant.
fantastic. One between them. Let's have a look at that again.
Absolutely outstanding. Serious technique, and as well, like, that's, he'll be disappointed with the couple of frees that he missed, but that's hurling, that's the game. Like, people criticise players, but
Gavin
is
King
that lying on the ball, is it? I don't know.
No, well, he's not lying on the ball. It's got away from him. Best to say nothing in these situations because you've no clue what's happening or who has the ball. Connolly tried to get it, he couldn't. Colin Curry in there as well. Colin Curry has got it into the hand somehow and has got the free in.
He's got the free, yeah. The two Currys today, in fairness, Colin on his frees has been excellent, and Sean Curry has been absolutely brilliant on breaking ball. He's everywhere on every breaking ball. Vincents have tied up, like, they've tied up Donald Burke massively. They tied up AJ really, really well. But the two Currys, Colin on frees and Sean, has been excellent.
Vincents have battled so well with just 14. But Na Fianna are staying ahead of them. Will they be ahead at the finish? That's the important thing. That's the time to be ahead. The delay there was because the sub was being made by St. Vincent's. And Colin Curry, well, the delay didn't put him off.
Yeah, Vincents are pushing Conor Burke up further now, and you can see Na Fianna's management just telling somebody to man mark him because he's the guy who got the goal to level it.
Heatherton was the target. Will it break to him? No, it breaks kindly for Liam Rush. Liam Rush couldn't get a clean pass away and has given away the free. They just can't shake them off, Na Fianna.
No, it's the resilience that the Vincents have at the minute. Like in fairness, like really quality. You just hope that extra man, you know, it's just telling its tale. You can see Hedgehow now it's like they're tiring. It's a long game for them. But with quality like Alan Moore, you know, Brian Bulger that they've brought in, the two McBrides have been excellent. They've been really on top. And you made a great point earlier about Na Fianna lost two of their quality players, like in Feeney and in McHugh as well, very early in the game.
Heatherton sticks it over. It's a 1 point game again.
5 minutes to go.
Would that be intercepted? Oh. Not quite, but it falls kindly for Brian Ryan. Ryan, good block down. Peel got there.
He's done well, Oisin, hasn't he? Since he's come in, he's been very good, very lively, and he's aggressive in the tackle as well.
It's been a long wait for St. Vincent's. Is the wait to go on? No final since 2010. Colin Curry breaks it down for Sean Curry. Sean Curry gets his pass away, but it's messy, and Vincent's get in there, but trying to steal away now. Brilliantly, Shane Barrett. Shane Barrett gets it back to Colin Curry. Colin Curry misses.
Barrett did really well there to get the ball popped out to Colin. That's the first mistake maybe of the day that he's had. It's a big puck out to win here now.
Perry again aiming it down towards Heatherton. Couldn't quite make it stick in his hands. Sean Burke got it. Sean Burke, as he fouled, referee says no. Yes, he does actually say yes.
Yeah, it's a whistle.
Yeah.
It's something there. Yeah. Maybe it's just
I can't hear the whistle.
Neither can I.
A lot of it is to do with the noise levels here in Parnell Park.
This is going to drop in around the house. Surely too long for Jono to put it over. He's a spare man out here on the right hand side. Will Wheatley.
He goes direct.
Barrett.
Barrett. Na Fianna to seal it, and Stacey. Well, a goal would have sealed it. A point makes it look like they will probably do it, but it's not certain yet.
I tell you, Shane Barrett has made some difference since he's come in. Every ball that's got on, he's won it. Every single ball.
That's a great fetch. It's Mark Sweeney. It's a point.
We're going to get penalties yet, Oisin.
One between them. From the neutral point of view, this is amazing. From the point of view of either team, it's stressful. Worked short to Rush. And this is the thing, they have the numerical advantage, so they can work it through the lines. Bernard goes direct and gives it away. Oh, is it left behind? No, it's just about kept out in front. And here's Ryan McBride, who's been excellent today. Ryan McBride down towards Heatherton, where somehow it's a one-on-one. Heatherton from a tight angle. Heatherton to equalise. Heatherton!
No.
Unlucky. And he's struggling a bit.
Just cramping up there now as well, yeah. From my liking now, you'd prefer McBride to be in a small bit closer towards the goal, because in the defensive wise now Sean Ryan is coming in. Big man. Probably in beside Barrett. Yeah.
Heading off Gavin King, who left it all out there. They all have, in fairness. There isn't one player out there who you would say didn't put in an effort today, didn't work hard today. Change being made for St. Vincent's as well. Coming in for them is Stephen Williams.
And again, that's a cramp issue over there. Big couple of minutes now for Vincents. Like, you don't automatically get back to a semi-final again. You know, like, there's a lot of work to get there, and you know you're in touch and distance now of getting to a final.
It's been so frustrating for them over the last number of years. They've been so close, but they have been denied. Here's Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan, play on, says the referee. Sean Ryan gets the ball away, but it's stolen back. Here's Dolan. Dolan finds Peel. Peel off to the runner. Vincents try and work it forward. Now they go direct. We're 3-on-2 in favour of Vincents, or in favour of Nafina. It is Fergal Bernock who wins it and then is fouled, and it's a free out.
You can see there now as well. It's I think it's young Sweeney that's struggling now as well with cramp, just in towards the centre of the pitch. Burkey back. He's obviously going to go for this one now.
Donald Burke. It has the legs. It has the accuracy. It could be enough to send Nafina back to the final. Just as it was at the end of normal time, St. Vincent's need a goal. 2 between them. Heatherton goes up. Heatherton couldn't grab it. Burke gets the shoulder. Burke stays going. Burke goes to ground. The play continues. Brian Ryan tried to make it his. Vincents look like they've got it. Vincents have got it. They've got a chance. They've got the sliotar. They've got the free in.
Yeah. Now ask me the question. Like what they're trying again, Hedge here, they're trying to get the move.
Blow it up as the call from some of the Nafina
people won't say it. Like, do you know what was great to see there from a hurling perspective? Colin Curry over on the right hand side with the Vincents player who was cramped, trying to get the cramp. Like like there's massive respect between these two clubs as well, whether people like it or not. That's the truth, and like massively physical game. And does he go for it?
He has to. Now he obviously would have asked the referee what's left, so
he's looking to see is there anybody just.
That's a question to which we don't know the answer, but Heatherton does as he stands over this one. Vincent's down to 13 at the moment because they've got a man down with cramp. Heatherton goes for it. Heatherton!
What's on the line?
Somehow it was kept out. And pulling on it there was Will Wheatley.
Was that Rushy that stopped it on the line? Top spin. I think you're right. Was it Wheatley that?
Wheatley pulled on it. He didn't stop it initially, but he did pull on it to put it out for a 65.
Want to drop this one in.
This could be it. This could be the last chance. It's a goal or nothing for St. Vincent's. Connolly drops it in. Time running out. The ball goes to ground. It's collected by Wheatley. Wheatley runs out. Wheatley is running to the final along with his teammates. Nafina have seen it through. They've beaten St. Vincent's 26 points to 121. What a contest.
What excitement, like, and fairness to Nafina, they'll know themselves. They had to win it to get to the final, and what a sign of character at the end. That stop on the line, like you will probably see it again with the highlights we're calling a while, but like that was so important. Like, what a test of character for them today. People that say, Crokes won by 14 and 50, they won't fear anybody. That's a real sign of character for that Nafina team to get through it. In fairness to Vincents, like, what a real effort. So, just a couple of real pivotal moments that they just didn't get the scores. You feel for some of their players, and McBride made a huge difference coming back, like a big difference. Hedge unfortunately had those couple of frees, but like, look, what a game, really exciting game. It was a bit scrappy and messy at times, but really exciting at the end, and to go to extra time, only a couple of points in it. But look, it's Nafina, it's Crokes in the final, Oisin. It's a big day to look forward to in a couple of weeks' time.
They meet again, 4 finals in a row for Nafina. That's some achievement. An even better achievement would be 2 championships in a row. That's what they're looking to achieve. They will face Kilmacud Crokes in the final. They'll maybe start thinking about that tomorrow morning. Right now, it's time to rest, and they have earned a rest.
Yeah, it's been a long day here. But look, two games where, Lucan earlier on were just disappointing in the semi-final. Crokes were excellent when they needed to be. But today, that second game was really enjoyable to be part of. Really enjoy. And even, over the course, we see all the games from the earlier stages up to now. But people probably would have predicted from the very start that it was going to be Crokes and the Fianna back in a final again. Those people are right. It's a really exciting final to look forward to in 2 weeks' time. Can the Fianna go back and put two back-to-back finals together? To be interesting. It's great to see. There's massive respect between those two teams as well. Like that, to me, on the right hand side was a huge sign of Colin Curry, and you can see as well in the Fianna's management going over to talk. I think it's McBride or one of the McBrides there that has the kid, or maybe Alan Moore. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of intermixing and intermingling between the Fianna and Vincents crowd now. That includes the players and the supporters. That's wonderful to see. Kilmacud Crokes taking on the Fianna for the third time in the last 4 finals. What does that tell you about those two clubs? Before we talk about that final, before we look back on the game and check out the highlights, a word on St. Vincent's. They absolutely gave it everything today. They lost a man late in the second half, a red card for Cian McBride. I can't make a comment on whether or not that was the right decision because it was an off-the-ball incident, but they really let it all out there. And this will sound a bit strange. There's a way to lose, and that was the way to lose. It probably won't make them feel any better. It probably doesn't. I don't know, does it actually keep you going through the winter and the long months ahead to know you gave it everything, to know that you didn't bottle it? But
yeah, you're right. No, you're right. There's honour and dignity in how you carry yourself, on and off the field. When you have a jersey of Vincents or Dublin or whoever you're playing for, in the Fianna, Ballyboden, Lucan, it doesn't matter who you're with. The sign of the person is that you go with everything that you have. And Vincents left everything out there today. They'll realise, and you can see it in the faces, of guys that have played for Vincents for a long, long time to try and get over that line to get to another county final, because it's been such a long time since they have. But they'll realise they made mistakes. But did they go out with honour? Absolutely. And you have to go up the other side of that as well. Fianna put to the pin of the collar today, lost some 2 big players earlier on, and some of their bigger players didn't play well because of how well Vincent's played, but they still got over the line, and there's great character in that group too, and they're going to a county final now, and you can see the difference that Liam Rush has made to that team, having not even played well, but when it came to that last few minutes there, was it him that stopped the ball on the line from Hedgehouse, 21 yards?
It was one of those ones where he and the keeper Tracy threw their hurleys at it. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to see it again and see it in slow-mo to see who actually got the final touch. But either way, they were there.
A big one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was massive. Now, and again, I don't know if you can offer an opinion on that because it was an off-the-ball thing.
It was, but the clip they called did show us. They could see that. Look, once you raise your hand at all, and there was the 3 McBride brothers were on the field today. But once you raise your hand, you give the referee a decision to make. And when Keane did that, the umpires, it wasn't the referee's call because he was down the other end of the field. But it was the umpires that called it, and then they saw it.
Well, look, if they saw it, and that's fair enough. And it's a tough job to be an official.
Going back to answer your question, I think sitting on the couch for the winter, if you're Vincents, compared to the first game, like Lucan just didn't turn up today for whatever reason. They just weren't themselves. Were Crokes that much better? Maybe they were, but Lucan weren't good today. And you can go home now when you're Vincent and just say, look, we gave it everything we had. We could have, possibly should have, with some of the mistakes we made, got there. But look, really good game, really exciting game, and a cracking game to lead us on to 2 weeks' time.
I think if Anthony Daly was here, he'd say something like hurling.
The best.
And
you look at what we had on television last night in the other 2 sports that we had last night. You can't compare it, Oisin. We don't have the best forwards.
Joe, it's the best sport on the planet, but you don't have to keep comparing it to other sports. They're good too. I'm going to have to watch the Republic of Ireland game, and I want to enjoy it.
Well,
and I don't want to feel guilty about it either. Let's have a look at the highlights.
All right. Again, I thought Colin was excellent tonight. Really good. This was earlier on the very first play. It was definitely a penalty. It feels like 2 days ago now we're going back this far, Colin, but what a save
back
by
in
Perry.
daylight.
But what a save by Perry. Great ball inside. Mulcahy, I thought, started really, really well. Gets a nice score off his right hand side here. And Vincents were up for it. It was very obvious from the earlier on in the game. Physically, hurling wise, they were up for it. This fella made a difference coming back in. That was an exemplary sideline cut from Gavin King, one of the scorers of the day. One thing you'd question as well, and here, just something from the Fianna's management point of view, they lost a couple of players, and a couple of players also went off. Paul O'D went off, Gavin went off. Now, they have 2 weeks to be right, but they got big hits today. There was a lot of big hits allowed. Colin Curry, Sean Curry, massive games today. When others weren't to be seen, they had really big games for Na Fianna. I thought Colin was brilliant on his frees, and he got a good couple of scores from play as well. But this fella Sean, I remember he was presented the first year I did the county final. He was presented with man of the match after they lost it to Crokes. Remember, and after they'd been so far ahead, and he was heartbroken. He has a medal in his pocket from last year now. Can he get the second one? Hedjo, you'd have to feel for he even looking down on the pitch there. He was heartbroken because he realises himself that there was a couple of big moments today. But look, no better fella to come back and go again. I think he's had an excellent club campaign with Vincents. But just Na Fianna, Burkey had a chance there as well. I think Vincent's defence is excellent. I think Morehouse Carl, if it's me, you're bringing him in to have a look at him definitely, because he's an excellent defender and he's done really, really well. Conor Burke did well today at times when he was let. McBride the same. Is he going to stay home now? It'll be a big one. Is he going back? If he's not, I'm sure he'll be in with a shout as well of getting a call. This could have been a goal if he had kept going. Yeah.
Great save though.
Good save, but just the proper height, and Jono made a good save. Jono probably will look at the goal that they did get at the end. He probably could have done better for that, but I'm sure we'll see that in a couple of minutes.
AJ Murphy, a lively presence all day. Colin Curry, he was the difference in the end, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
His free taking, but he got one or two nice ones from play as well.
Yeah, and Ryan in around the middle too. He was a bit quieter today. Vincent's had their work done on him. Keep him quiet. He's kind of the linchpin in around the middle. Again, Rushy was quiet, or just not himself. I didn't think for maybe 45, 50 minutes, but then he stood up when they needed it at the end, to really kind of to really see them home. Both teams that are in the final, Oisin, have really, really strong panels.
Yeah.
If you're bringing Shane Barrett in off the bench, whether he's had injury or not, every ball that went into Shane Barrett, he won. So he's a massive addition to them now. They haven't used him really up to now. They definitely didn't use him against Bowden anyway. So he's a huge addition for them to come in. Donald Burke was quiet today. That was a super score, from over 100 yards out the field. What he's capable of, but he was quiet today by his standards.
Cian McBride. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't to be his last big impact on the game. You'd feel sorry for him because there was a lot of stuff let go.
There was an awful lot let go. Yeah. This one here, Jono made a good save. I think Ryan could have went lower with that, maybe to the far side to give himself, because he was coming in at such an angle. He could have given himself a chance and an opportunity to get the goal. But you're right, Colin was the difference. Him and the brother now were excellent today.
That wasn't bad play, nice tidy stuff. AJ Murphy popped up and squeezed it over. What a catch.
He did so much, Oisin. He did so much brilliantly. And then he'll just remember the things he did wrong. And that's sport, the fine lines, the margins between winning and losing. But Hedjo was excellent when at certain times, and then other times it just didn't work for him at all.
That wasn't Rushy's last one intercepted on the line. We'll get a look at that final strike that I'm talking about in a second. Callum Walsh off the bench and over the bar it went.
This is a big moment as well, and the Vincents lads didn't give up. Really good save by Dara. He missed the rebound, but they were good in their tackling as well, not to give away the free after it.
Heatherton, this was magic.
Yeah, it was a super sideline. Just even look at the way the likes of Colin strikes. That's you're young. You see loads of kids on the pitch, which is great, but that's what you want to be shown. The way Colin Curry strikes that ball is it's exemplary, the way he does it. This fella made a difference, a huge
Shane
difference.
Barrett.
Could have been a goal here now as well, but just tapped the ball over to get the point.
At that stage it looked good, but it wasn't done. And that was an important score from Mark Sweeney. Donald Burke driving it long and driving it over. He had to go for goal, he did. I think it was the keeper who got behind that. Rush was there behind him. He probably would have got in the way of it, but it was a good save. So the Na Fianna team in a huddle. Niall O'Kellicon giving the instructions, having a word. There's a bit of, I was going to say joy in that circle, but probably more relief that will turn into joy maybe as the night goes on. And then that will turn into excitement for the final, which takes place in 2 weeks. If we don't have it live on Dubs TV, it will be on TG Cahir or RTE. I can't see someone not showing Kilmacud Crokes against Na Fianna. The renewal of a rivalry, which in finals is in Kilmacud Croke's favour at the moment, because this will be the third time they've met in 4 seasons. No, so it's 1 each, isn't it? Yeah, because Nafina beat Ballyboden in the final last year. Sorry, I'm figuring this out on air. I should have thought about it beforehand. So this will be the third final that they've met in, and they've won 1 each. There we go. So it's actually all square.
Yeah, look, can't wait. 2 weeks' time, big game. 2 massive clubs, 2 massive panels. Like, you could argue the best of what Dublin hurling has in regards to of both teams, and people would have picked from the start of the year an exciting one to look forward to. And the Fianna are on the pitch a long time there now, a lot of chat, and maybe, you know, Neil's just bringing them back down to earth now and saying, look, we didn't play well today, but we're in the final. Like you said, home, recover, get your head sorted, and let's go to war for the next 2 weeks to get ready for Crokes.
In 2021, it took extra time to separate Kilmacud Crokes and Fianna. 426 to 225 was the final score. In 2022, Kilmacud Crokes overcame Fianna by 3 points, 20 points to 17. In 2023, Fianna finally got over the line, beating Ballyboden St Enda's in the final. It was a good win as well for them as well, 219 to 9 points. What will be the score in the 2024 final? We'll find out in 2 weeks' time when Kilmacud Crokes take on Fianna. Will it be live on Dubs TV, TG Cahir or RTE? I don't know. It will be live on one of the 3, and you'll be able to watch it live and free wherever you choose to watch it. Hopefully, Joe, it's on Dubs TV, but it's such a good game, and it's a game that will draw a lot of eyes, so I can see it being on terrestrial television. Right, that's it from a long day in Parnell Park. Earlier on, Kilmacud Crokes cruising through their semi-final, beating Lucan. It wasn't a cruise for Fianna, it was a bumpy road, but the end destination was the final, and they have got there. Fianna with the victory over a really, really good St Vincents, who were desperately unlucky, but unfortunately for St Vincents, the wait to reach a final, the wait to get back to a final continues. From Joe, Colin, myself, and everyone on the team, I will say take care. Bye bye.